It's not a movie that has like a huge opening sequence. You're right into her in leather on top of a. I
Yeah.
mean, this feels. I don't know where this is set, but the locations feel very much Eastern European.
Oh, I was under the impression it was in, like, Britain, to
What
be
gives you
honest.
that impression?
Because there's quite a lot of just English accents going about, and there's see, when Amelia's crew comes over from they come over from America, I thought. I thought they were, like, the American
Oh,
vampires.
you see, this is interesting because I was under the impression that although this, like, what I'm suggesting is it's supposed to be in America, but I'm suggesting that it was actually filmed in like Budapest,
No, I could see that. Yeah, yeah, I could see that it being filmed there,
and
or some
Amelia
random
is supposed
city.
to come over from Europe. She's like from France, and she's coming over to America.
Oh, hmm. No, I was total opposite.
I mean, you would think that that would be.
It's never, like, said.
No, it's never really said. But no, here's why it's America. The cops.
What do you mean?
The cops that like pretend to go and arrest Michael, they're wearing like NYPD uniforms.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm getting up for a sec. I'm actually kinda interested in this. So when do they go to arrest him?
When he is taken by Celine, and then they have to escape from Lucian in that weird like torture room that she handcuffs him in. He
Mhm.
runs outside, or rather, he jumps through the window. That's the first time you realise he's got powers because he like lands.
Yeah, yeah, it's like you can see he's getting changed.
Yeah, and when he walks round the corner, two police officers bundle him into a cab, and then bundle him into a car and start driving away, and he starts changing for the first time, and they are clearly.
Oh,
Uh,
no, yeah, I see the police here. Yeah, no, they're kinda yeah, no, I could see that is like American sort of police uniforms. That's true. That's true.
but I've always presumed it was actually filmed in Budapest.
But I wanna see something else. Cause see when the like, not Amelia's group, but
Yeah,
her like, the group that go ahead of her turn up at the
yeah,
house. Isn't that guy American?
yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't live in Europe. I mean, these are vampires that have lived for hundreds of years.
No, it's true, but I was just sort of more going off their accents. I just presumed that see, like, the vampire house, it was out in the countryside somewhere in, like, the middle of England.
See what you're saying, but by the same token, Bill Nye's not from London in that movie.
Yeah, no,
You
no,
know, I think you're
it's
going to have to give
true.
accents a bit of a body swerve. I don't think they're
Mhm.
in
No,
any
no,
way,
no, that's
shape, or
fair.
form related to the movie. So it's Trump's talk. We're doing Underworld. We've already started.
Yeah.
We were going to do something else, and it went askew. So we're back onto Underworld because it's a movie that we've both watched recently, and I quite liked it. Quite like this movie. I mean,
It's fine. I
it's
don't know.
it's fine. It's bondage. It's latex bondage.
Yeah.
But Kate Beckinsale's a very good looking woman, so
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm
she
on
is.
board. What's the one fact that everybody knows about Kate Beckinsale?
I don't know. What?
Her father was Godber from Porridge, a very old and very beloved UK prison-based sitcom.
Ah, I did not know that.
Yep, and he died incredibly young. Right, we're doing Underworld. Now, we both quite like this movie. However, before we get to that and our enjoyment of it, I'm Sarky, he's dynamic. Dynamic? What do you remember about this movie?
Ah.
He finished watching it 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I was doing shit whilst I was watching it. Like, who cares? It's vampires and werewolves. They don't like each other. Like, they've got beef.
First of
Whatever. Who
all,
cares?
I'm loving the use of the term beef.
It's true. They got some beef.
You got some
Goes
beef?
back ages. Hmm?
Yeah, they got beef.
Yeah. Mate, Bill Nye doesn't like lichens. That's what the werewolves are called.
He is very not keen on lichens.
No, he wants to. He kind of wants to keep the bloodline pure. I say, or the
I,
species pure.
yeah.
It's a bit. Oh, he
Now, you see,
doesn't
I've
want them
watched the next
mingling.
couple of movies, so I kind of understand where he's coming from.
Oh, okay.
I think he might have a point. However,
I haven't seen. This is the only one I've seen.
oh, they're bad. They get progressively worse. Like, I'd watch the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind the next one, actually. There's another super vampire. And we find out how they all came to be, and we do a weird, like, backflashes, and Bill Nye's in a surprising amount of it, even though he
Yeah.
gets
Wait. Is he?
bisected in this one.
Yeah. Wait. Isn't he Marcus though?
No, he's Victor.
No. 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 But I thought. See how Marcus gets awoke at the end of the movie. I
Yes.
thought they were like twins or brothers or something.
No,
Or
no.
am I totally making this up?
You're 100% wrong.
Right. Okay.
Um,
How's he back in it then?
well, it's all in flashbacks and stuff. They do a lot of history stuff in the next one.
Ah.
And they explain to you how Lucian and Marcus and Amelia and Victor all started dodging about.
Oh, so it's like Michael Sheen back in the next one as
Yes.
well. Oh, okay.
And then he's back. There's another one. I don't know if it's the third one. There's another one which is set in the future, which is weird. And there's one that's just set directly in the past, and it's like Lichen Wars, and Michael Sheen's in most of it.
Oh.
He's the main character, really.
Is this Underworld Evolution? The second one?
I can't remember. Oh, Underworld Evolution is the second one.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I think there's like 4. They're not
Yeah,
good.
then
They
there's
get
Rise
progressively
of
worse.
the Lycans and Awakening.
Rise of the Lycans is the set in the past. I keep wanting to say historical drama. There's nothing historical or dramatic about it. But it's the
Yeah, this is the opposite of like
it's the one set
historical.
in medieval timesies.
Yeah.
And the other one is like weirdly set kind of in the future, and Selena's been in a medicated coma for an unknown amount of time.
Hmm.
It goes weird places. They're bad. They're not good. I have a
Yeah.
soft spot for the first one, and to a lesser extent for the second one. Although I've got my quibbles, and we'll get there, I'm sure.
Okay.
But is that it? Is that your entire synopsis of Underworld? Werewolves and vampires have got beef.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, to be honest.
Fucking hell. Alright. The movie starts and we meet Celine and a couple of her compatriots who, don't worry, they're soon going to be dead. And they are death dealers. They are vampire assassins, soldiers, the vampire hit squad that
Yeah.
are constantly on the outlook for werewolves and presumably any other sort of threats to the vampire nation. But specifically, this mission, and you get a feeling that it's a sort of her speciality because she blames the werewolves for the death of her family.
Mm-hmm.
They're after werewolves. They've spotted a couple. They are pretending they're in New York City. They are not. They're in Budapest, and it looks like fucking Eastern European Budapest. But they follow a couple of werewolves. They get into a shootout in a subway. The werewolves have new bullets, which are ultraviolet, which are kind of cool. I don't feel like they would work, but they're
Yeah,
still
it's
pretty
like
cool.
harnessing daylight and bullets.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're pretty cool. They go for a fight. Celine goes back to the compound, the vampire sort of mansion outside. It's very much Batman Wayne Manor.
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's got a lot of like
Creepy gothic architecture and
yeah, but also
anyway,
some high tech sort of stuff.
sure. We go back and well, high tech by 2000 standards. We go back and we meet a couple of the other vampire workers. And we meet Craven. This is a guy who has been cracking on to Selena for
Oh, hundreds of
500
years?
years?
Yeah.
No, way more than that. Way more than 100 years.
No, I said
Centuries.
hundreds.
Oh, yeah. But, like, Victor's been asleep for 100 years. And, like, they had beef way before that. So, like, we're talking 400 or 500 years. I think, technically, by the logic of the next movie, that Celine is almost as old as Victor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think there might be like 50 or 60 years in it.
Oh,
The
I
way
didn't
that,
get that impression. I thought he
yeah,
was,
well,
like, way older than her.
hundreds and hundreds of years older, yeah. But by the logic of the next movie, I think that technically he's like, maybe 80 to 100 years older now, but not as old as, like, they call them the elders, and that
Mhm.
only one must be awake at any time. That is the way they have done it for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
You get the feeling he's like thousands of years old, but I think he's about 100 years older than her.
Oh, that's a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, and Marcus, who is the original vampire, he's the actual original vampire. He's
Alright.
younger than Victor
How does that work?
because Victor was like a warlord, like a lord of a land, and he was getting old and dying. And Marcus went, "Give me some. I've just become a vampire. Give me some cash, and I'll fucking turn you, and you can be alive forever."
Oh, I see. So, no, that does make sense.
But
It's when you turn that determines how you look.
yeah.
Mhm. I get you.
So that's not relevant to this movie. Anyway, Victor's asleep. We meet Craven. Sorry, we meet Craven. Craven's a gigantic perv who's been holding a torch for her for several hundred years at this point.
Mhm.
There's a female vampire, Blondie, who I don't know that we ever get the name of. Presumably we do. But she's holding a torch for Craven. I don't understand why. He's like a greasy, disgusting shithead of a person.
Yeah, he's just a nasty guy.
I
He's not a
don't
good guy.
know. His name's Craven.
Yeah.
Anyway, she goes back. She goes, "We found werewolves," and he goes, "You haven't found werewolves, you stupid bitch. I'm gonna marry you." No, we found fucking werewolves. How dare you say you found werewolves and you've not found werewolves? By the way, have sex with me. And it's very weird.
It is
So
very much like that though. It's nah. It's
it's
real
real
weird.
weird. So Celine gets the idea that maybe one of the people in the subway um, that they had the firefight in, maybe the werewolves were after that person, and they were after a person called Michael, and I can't remember what his name is, but something like Cornel
Corvine?
Corvine. Um, and Corvinus was the name of the original family that had the sort of curses, the werewolf human, and there's a sort of historical storyline.
Yeah.
Three sons of Corvinus, um, one human, one werewolf, one vampire, and the werewolves are after one of the human descendants of Corvinus or Corvinus.
Mhm.
But anyway, she figures some of this out, so she goes and tracks down that guy who is Michael, our apparently romantic lead for this movie. However, Scott Speedman is not a good actor,
No.
and he is an incredibly wet blanket. He's also wet for the majority of this movie. I don't think he ever actually dries out.
No,
The
I
first
mean,
scene is in the rain, and then he is damp for the entirety of the movie. Even when he turns into like a super vampire near the end, he's greasy and wet.
to be fair, at the end, like Victor chucks him in a puddle.
Before that, he's greasy and wet.
Oh no,
Also, he
yeah.
looks like dog shit.
What,
He
when
looks
he's
like,
the big monster?
yeah, he looks like the cross between sort of like a panther and a human, but the panthers had mange.
Yeah. No, it's
Like he
not. It's
does.
not particularly cool.
No, in the next movie, not Magnus. What the fuck? We just said his name about 900 times.
Craven, Michael,
No, no, no.
Victor,
No, the other one that's
Marcus.
Marcus. Fucking hell. Marcus looks terrible, but in a much cooler way. He got wings for a start.
Oh, okay.
Michael just looks shit. He just looks like he's got a horrible disease. He looks like he could be like a crappy Batman villain that appeared in 3
Yeah.
comic books in the 1970s and we've never heard of again. He's probably hanging about with Kite Man on his off days. Anyway, she goes and she tracks down Michael. Michael doesn't know what's going on, which is he's just a doctor who's working about. she goes back, she imprisons him, then goes back, and Craven goes, "How dare you leave? I told you I want to have you by my side. You're my date for Amelia arriving, or Amelia's
Yeah.
guest arriving. How dare you leave? Fuck you, I'm leaving." So she leaves again. I don't know why she keeps going back.
No, yeah. I
She
don't
leaves
know.
again. The werewolves find her and Michael. They take him. She goes back to the house. And Craven goes, "How dare you leave? I'm trying to pump you. How dare you?" She goes, "Fuck you, I'm waking up Victor. You're not allowed to wake up Victor. Fuck you, I'm doing it anyway." So she wakes up Victor, who is less than pleased that he's been woken up, because it's not his turn. He's supposed to be asleep for another 100 years, so
Yeah.
that Marcus can rule, because Amelia's 100 years are just coming to an end. So at some point in the past, and I presume at some point, some movie, they tell you how this happened, but at some point in the past, these vampires went, "Fucking boring, right? I'm going to go to sleep for 200 years. You go to sleep in 100 years, and then you go to sleep in 200 years and wake me up before you go, right?" Makes no goddamn sense. But at some point, they figured out that when you drink someone's blood, you get their memories. But generally, when you do that, the memories are all fucked up and confused, and they don't help.
Mhm.
But if a vampire elder, one of the 3 vampire elders, does it, they can pass their memories along.
Yeah, in like chronological order.
Yeah. So
There's really not explained
no, it doesn't
how.
fucking explain.
They
So
just say that is what happens.
she wakes up Victor, but before he wakes up, she leaves again. Like, she wakes him up a bit and then leaves, and then
Yeah.
Craven comes in and goes, "Thank God Victor's not awake." And a Victor like comes round the corner and goes, "I'm awake. What the fuck's going on? Where's Celine?" So Celine comes back, and this time she brings back a werewolf who they
Mhm.
have captured. Now, this werewolf is just the twitchiest man alive. It's impressive how like many facial twitches this man has going. Like both eyes and ear, he's both like cheeks are going up. It's so odd to watch him. Like him speaking. If a blind person, or sorry, a deaf person was to try and lip read this man, she'd think he's just constantly screaming out death metal. It's weird what his face is doing at all time. And he's taking like he's Dr. Charles. It's fucking odd. But anyway, he is now the proof that they are trying to find a son of Corvinus, because they think that a human descendant of Corvinus, if they mix the werewolf and the vampire together, they will get a half breed.
Yes.
Which
What's the half breed called? Do they give it a name?
I don't think they do.
Ah,
However, here's my genuine question for the entirety of this movie:
right.
why? The vampires don't want a half breed, mainly because Victor goes no half breeds.
Yes. And
But
because
why
he's the
do the
boss.
werewolves want a half breed?
Um, I thought I was sort of under the impression of
Because being
they
a
want to
werewolf,
kill Victor, and they need someone more powerful to kill him. So that hence the half breed, because they're meant to be more powerful. And then by getting rid of Victor, they can like sort of broker a peace.
how do they know it's going to be more powerful?
It's just said. It's said at some point.
But here's my thing. One, I don't know why you need Victor. Two, being a werewolf in this universe seems kind of boss. Like both of them, vampires and werewolf, seem boss. The vampires don't seem to have any like real blood cravings. They're all quite happily living off cow blood.
Yeah, yeah. No, they're just in their big, huge house, doing
Yeah,
whatever they want, like shooting guns.
it
Like,
turns into a plot point later on that Victor never quite liked the cow's blood, so he's the one that actually ate Celine's parents. So she's
hmm
been killing werewolves for 500 years and blaming them, but actually it was Victor. However, it's because he didn't like the taste. It wasn't because he needed it.
hmm
And they're almost about to make clone blood, which is going to make them another $1 trillion.
yeah,
Like, being a vampire seems kind of baller. Now, this entire movie is either set at night or overcast. So we don't really see them in sunlight. And
Oh
we're
no, not at all.
told
It feels like this movie happens over the course of one night.
it's one night or it's 1 or 2 days. It's not much.
No, it's very quick.
It's very quick. However, the vampires do seem to have a problem with sunlight because when we meet Lucian, we find out that Victor murdered his daughter by putting her in sunlight.
Yes. Yeah.
So the vampires don't like sunlight. However, if you're a werewolf in this universe, seems fucking baller. You live forever. You're like the vampires. You don't age. You're super strong. You're super fast to heal. When you transform, your transformation is very quick and seems painless. And when you
Oh, I don't know if
transform,
it seems painless.
they don't seem to mind it. They're
Oh,
constantly transforming.
oh well, maybe they get used to it, yeah. But the first time that Michael's transforming in the back of the car, he's pure screaming and everything.
Yeah, but I presume that's because Michael's a pussy.
That's honestly a fair point.
Like, Scott Speedman does not come off as
Honestly,
butch in this movie.
nah.
Right, even if it's painful, they don't need to change.
Yeah, you can control it.
Yeah, they never need to change, even at the full moon. So, apart from being allergic to silver, and if you live for even the first sort of 50, 60 years, it seems like it takes a lot of silver to put you down.
Mhm.
Because Lucian's popping bullets out his head,
Yeah, he gets shot a good few times,
and he's
and
fine.
he gets on with it.
It's only when they start using liquid silver bullets that it's a problem, and even then, he rallies for a fucking while. Like, he
Mhm.
survives a lot longer than you think. He dies about 5 times and keeps coming back and going, and one more thing, and then I'll do this.
Dude,
Like,
yeah,
if the
he
end of the
he
movie was
manages
him
to
just like
crawl for.
he stabs the shit out of Craven, which
Oh,
I
I
very much
love the leg
appreciate.
stab.
Oh,
The
it's a
leg stab
great
was
leg
great.
stab. Oh, it's great. Anyway, he decides that for some reason Lucian, who's the leader of the vampires, played by Martin Sheen, decides that he wants to make a half breed. It's not explained why. The vampires are dead against this, so they set off an attack to stop them. Selena's going in ahead of them because she wants to save Michael for some fucking reason. I've genuinely no idea. She
No,
has the
yeah, I don't know.
personality of a dead fish and the
This
skin
is what I
texture
don't
of a
get,
dead fish.
because they sort of like kiss a couple times in this movie,
I've not. I
and the first
honestly,
kiss was to like handcuff him in the room and keep him there.
yeah.
But then she like kisses him a couple, and I'm like, what is this? There's no indication that yous
There
even like each other.
there is zero chemistry between these two people.
Yeah.
However, she goes to try and save him. The vampires attack en masse with a Victor who is now full Bill Nye and kind of badass.
He's kind of pimping.
He's kind of
Like,
great. Like, he loves his big collar
yeah,
and his wide
and his
epaulets and
sword.
his wide lapels, and he's going for it. And the thing I like about Bill Nye is when he does weird characters, he seems to really enjoy it. There's a lot of with the teeth out as he's stabbing werewolves.
Oh yeah, a lot of hissing.
Oh, a lot of hissing. So Craven, who by now has been discovered to be a double agent, I'm not sure why, but he was somehow involved with the werewolves who have killed Amelia. And
Oh, wait, does he want to be a double agent because they want to kill Victor and he wants to like assume power?
well, first of all, I've no idea why he thinks he would assume power. He can't even pump Selena, and he's been trying for 500 years. I've no idea why everyone would go, yeah, you're in charge now.
True. That is a
And
point.
two, I'm not sure if this whole thing isn't just another attempt to somehow pump Selena. Like, it's incredible, but the plot doesn't make any sense. Anyway, there's all a big fight. Michael gets bitten first by a werewolf, then by he gets bitten earlier in the movie by a werewolf, and now she bites him as a vampire, and he becomes a weird black-eyed half-breed who
Mhm.
immediately gets his ass kicked by Victor. And it's
Yeah.
not that
Yeah.
much of a fight. Like, there's a couple of moments where Victor's surprised, and then he goes, "Oh no, I'm fucking Bill Nye, and just starts tooling him up.
He starts
with
beating the shit out of him, man.
with
He
these
didn't even
weird.
use his sword.
No, he didn't. He just punched him.
Dude, no, he wanted to hurt him with his hands.
He was just knocking the dick out of him, and he does this weird punches where it's been like speed rammed. Because Bill Nye's he's not old in this, but he's in his late 50s, and so when he swings a punch, they'll like speed up the film a little bit and do a sound effect like zoop, zoop. But it works because it looks like it is pounding the shit out of Michael, who is flying across this again for some reason wet room with a pool in it. So he starts kicking the shit out of Michael. It was a waste of time turning him. Who fucking cares? And Celine cuts his head off.
And
that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's the end of the movie.
There's tons of vampires still dodging about.
And
'Cause they
then
won the
Marcus
fight.
gets woke up by the twitchy werewolf guy's blood.
Yes, Victor punches the twitchy guy who has been a werewolf for several hundred years, so is presumably very strong. And Victor one punches him to death, and he dies on the floor.
His face bursts open.
It's great. Like Bill Nye is cracking dudes in this. But he dies and he pisses blood everywhere. And for some reason, Marcus is buried under the floor, so as Victor was, and some of the blood drips down there, which means they haven't washed this floor in 200 goddamn years. Otherwise, Bill Nye is soaking in mop water every time that happens. But a bit of the blood trips down onto Marcus, and that is all it takes to, one, wake him up, two, tell him exactly what was going on. He has very little problems understanding what the fuck is happening in the next movie. Like, he learns how to use a computer off that.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And three, like, immediately, he snaps awake, and he's, like, ready to go. It's a weird movie. It's a good movie. It's a lot of Kate Beckinsale in latex and rubber and leather. And,
shooting two Uzis or pistols, and just kind of looking cool.
Looking fucking awesome.
And
doing kicks. Got great ass, and it's showing off to great effect in this movie. It does. She's a good looking woman.
Yeah, she is.
I don't understand why she never really took off. Like, she did Underworld, but you don't... Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't... She never became A-list somehow.
Yeah, I think everybody knows the name though.
Sure.
But yeah, no, you're right. It's
she never, for whatever reason, she never quite.
She's like in stuff. She's
absolutely in stuff. She's in a ton of stuff.
But it's not. I don't know.
I mean, I think her biggest movie might be Pearl Harbor.
Oh, was she in Pearl Harbor?
She was the love interest in Pearl Harbor, and I mean, that might have been the end of her sort of rise into, like, Pearl Harbor was fuck. Oh my god, she's in Tiptoes.
She was in Van Helsing.
I weirdly quite like that movie. She's in Tiptoes. I think that's the weird dwarf movie with oh my god, with Gary Oldman as a midget. It is.
What year did that come out?
2002. We should watch Tiptoes. I understand it's insane. Gary Oldman is walking around. Oh, we should watch Tiptoes. I mean, we can't make. I doubt we can make a deck out of it, but we should just watch it for the shit of it. Anyway, that's roughly the plot to Van Helsing, such as it is. It's not a great
Underworld.
Movie. Sorry, Underworld. It's not a great movie. However, it's fucking stylish. Bill Nye looks baller. Kate Beckinsale looks hot. Like, even Michael Sheen's got like quite a good line in big furry line jackets.
Yeah. It's fine.
Weirdly like this movie.
I think it's just sort of fine. I don't know.
But
I wasn't totally sold on it.
Sure, but it came out in a time where there was very little else like this. This is just after The Matrix, and it was... I'm kind of into it. I'll just be honest.
That's fair.
Right.
I'm going to start.
So, well, the first thing we have to do is, what's the categories?
Categories. Oh.
It's a tricky one, right?
This is a bit of a tricky one.
Right, we've got to have style.
Yes.
We've got to have style. We've got to have
I think we should have like an anger one. What was
rage
it?
level. I like
Rage.
rage.
Yeah.
Do we do a fighting one?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Fighting. And I'll just get spoiler alert, Bill Nye's winning this category.
Oh yeah, yeah. For sure.
Style rage fighting. Now, we've been using a lot of stupidities lately. And I don't want it to become a crutch. However,
Mm-hmm.
I think it may be applicable to these movies going forward. Not so much this movie, but it's
I'm not
either
against this as a
stupidity,
category.
it's either stupidity or it's like incomprehensibility of motivation.
I like that. I like that one.
Okay.
Incomprehensibility of motivation.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. I think I've just invented several of those words.
That is a
Oh, by
long
the way,
word. What?
fuck you.
Why?
You introduced me to Wordle.
Oh, it's good, isn't it?
Oh, dude. I've already done about 160 of them.
Oh, really? Oh, dude, I just do them daily.
I found the
I,
archive.
oh, are you? I think I got the one today really quick. Oh, I got it on 3.
Like, I think I got it on 6 today, I can't remember. Incomprehensibility of motivation. I mean, we're going to have to incom mot or something for the actual card, because that's never going to fit on.
And then a last one.
We do
See, I
need at
don't.
least 5.
Is there even like really good sort of? There's not really any good sort of like memes or that from this though. I don't think. Like, do you know how with like the Fast and Furious you get like the family level?
Family. Yeah.
There's nothing really like that in this, I don't think. Or is it, I can't think of anything.
There should also be something like believes obvious lies.
Mm.
Like, number of obvious lies believed. Because Michael does this a lot. She kisses him and handcuffs him. The police take him away and he thinks it's the cops. Like, this guy's so fucking glacial, it's untrue. There's definitely something
How
that
about like gullibility?
people who are trusting Craven for anything, who's just constantly betraying everything. Like, gullibility, I like.
Right, is that the 5 then?
Do we need anything else?
I don't think so.
Alright. I'll tell you what, let's take a swatch at this. Now, we're just doing this off IMDb, so we'll not start with Kate Beckinsale.
Okay. Oh
Or
yeah, wait,
should
we'll
we?
start. I was gonna say we could choose a point down and then work our way up.
So, we'll start with Soren, who is Craven's hench vampire, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
it's not a great description, but I can't think of anything. Now, I'm not sure he actually says anything this entire damn movie, but
No,
he
I think he
gets
just
sent.
turns up at the end.
Well, no, he doesn't.
Uh,
He's constantly dodging about with Craven. He takes over from Khan, who is Robbie G, who is the sort of
Oh, yeah.
black armorer vampire, who we will talk about when we get to him, because I have
Mhm.
some thoughts on Robbie G, who I really like, and we'll get to him.
Okay.
However, he then has a cool scene at the sort of the fight at the end, where he unwhips 2 gigantic razor whips that he slashes a werewolf with for a second until it gets caught, because of course it's getting caught. It's covered in knobbly bits of metal, so it gets caught in a bit of debris, and he instantly gets eaten. Like,
Wait,
it
is it the
looks cool, and it's like he's like whipping it around like octopus tentacles, and then it
immediately backfires?
immediately backfires. Like, silver knuckle dusters would have been better. They
Yeah.
don't even seem to be made of silver because it doesn't bother the werewolf that much.
No, it's just cutting him up a bit.
It's just cutting them up a little bit, and they're not even deep cuts. It's
He fights the werewolf he's fighting. It's Ray's, right?
yes, it is Ray's.
Uh huh.
but it's so weird because it just seems such an ineffective weapon. But for a second, while he's like circling it and they're like dancing in the water, it looks kind of cool.
It is kind of cool.
And that's why he's going to score something in this first category of style.
Mm-hmm.
Now, his clothes are like trench coats, black trench coats, and like turtlenecks, and they're not fun or interesting or like cool in any way. But underneath them, coiled around his shoulders, presumably at all times, are two big razor whips. I don't know why they're there, but they're there. So he gets something for style. I'm not suggesting a lot.
I don't think it's that high.
It's not that high.
No, I'm looking at him now, and it's a bit. It's not that cool.
It's not, but it's something. It's
what, like
stylish.
15?
I didn't say it was effective or cool. I said it was stylish. I'll go with 15. 15 is fine.
Right.
Rage, he seems at worst, even when the werewolf is like trying to eat him, mildly annoyed.
Yeah, I don't think it's.
This fucker's a cold fish.
Yeah.
So I'm willing to go like a 10. He
Yeah.
never seems to get that angry. Like, he watches people die and shot and betrays people and all this, and he's at best nonplussed.
Yeah, no, 10. I agree with 10. He's not
Fighting,
too mad.
he only gets in one fight. It's the whip fight, and I would argue that not only is this not effective, but he actually undermines his survival ability by having two weird long chain whips.
Yeah, I
And I'm
think
going to suggest that right off the bat, we might have to go negative.
I was thinking negative. It's
Not a lot, because he
he
doesn't even
helps
get
the
that.
werewolf, man. He helps him.
But it's like 10, like negative 10, just for just shitheadery.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm totally fine with negative 10. That feels right.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. He's going to score high. One, he's completely inscrutable. I don't know if he's happy or sad or anything about anything at any point in this movie. I've never seen this guy in anything else.
Nah.
Scott McElroy. I don't know if he can act or he's just like a stunt performer they brought in because he's the guy that knows how to do whip tricks.
I think that might be the case.
It might entirely be that.
I think
that he
that
just
sounds
happens to be the
right.
guy that can do whip tricks. So, first of all, he's completely inscrutable as a person. I've no idea. Secondly, presumably he's following Craven for some reason. I have no idea why he would do that. Craven seems genuinely useless. Like, ineffective in every way, shape, and form.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you would do
I don't
to
know why
get his
anyone
loyalty.
would
No
want to
idea.
follow him.
And 3, it seems like really bad plans that he's kind of going along with. Like, he gets swapped out for Khan to go and pick up Amelia on the train. But Amelia is killed en masse. And you would think that everyone would turn around and go, well, I mean, it's probably Soren had something to do with that. He was supposed to be there. But they never do that. And 2, it never seems to be a problem. Like, his
no one asked that question.
Is quite high. Like, I'm willing to go like 80 right off the bat.
I like it.
I'm giving him 80. Do you know what? I'm giving him 83 because his incomprehensibility of motivation should be just as inscrutable as he is. Nobody knows why he got that extra 3.
Oh no, the extra 3 is why are you using whips, man?
Why are you using whips, man?
Why are you using them?
God, that actually should be added to this. That he chose to go with whips.
Yeah. The motivation of using whips.
I think it's higher than 83.
You gotta give it like a 90. 93. I think the whips is a plus 10.
Plus 10. It's a 93. I mean, it's such an odd choice. He lives in a mansion that it has several rooms dedicated to guns and all this kind of shit, and knives and silver bullets, and he is toting around a couple of steel whips. Like, it doesn't seem like that would be any better for vampires. If he was like fighting vampires with them. I mean, they'd be effective on humans, but anything's effective on a human. A half brick and a sock would have been more effective than those whips.
Yeah. No, it's I don't get it.
Yeah, he's getting a
Do
93.
not get it.
Gullibility, he doesn't fall for anything. He knows what's going on the entire time. I think this is technically a 0. I don't, for a second, I'm not maintaining that he isn't gullible. I'm just saying it's not seen.
Well, yeah, you're true. It's not seen,
He
but
gives the feeling like he'd be a dumbass and he'd fall for
yeah,
outright scams, but it's not seen.
no.
So,
The weapon salesman that sold him the whips, though, like he did fall for that.
I never even thought that. He's one of those guys that goes to, like, he's a mole ninja.
Yeah.
He's the same guy that's buying, like, zombie chopper
No,
machetes.
as soon
Some
as he
dude in a
bought those whips, the salesman went, "Fucking idiot, man."
some dude in a Confederate t-shirt with no fat chicks on the side has going, nah, these whips are badass, man. Actually, do you want some throwing stars while you're at it? Oh, you're right. You get something for the gullibility of buying those goddamn whips. Or do you think you
and then
reckon it was people
and then
around him going,
using them.
oh my god, actually attempting to pull them out? Oh, you're right. He gets something for that.
Yeah.
And they're so bad that he gets quite high.
Well,
He's went from 0 to surprisingly high based on his gullibility of buying these goddamn weapons. You're right. He gets something for this. What does he get?
genuinely,
Yeah.
just gut instinct, I felt like 50 because it's such a mistake
Oh,
he makes. Like he
mistake.
instantly dies.
Oh my god, you're right. Okay, he's getting 50. And this is why we need 2 people on this to get to the truth of Trumps. Because, goddamn, I would have given him 0 and that would have been wrong. God damn. Those whips are stupid.
Wait, what's his nickname though?
Soren. He's
Is
going to
I
be
think
Soren in the morning.
that's pretty good. That is pretty
Uh,
good.
whip shit. I would try to think of whiplash. Whip
I
loser.
quite like whip shit. Whip shit's alright.
Oh. All flash and no. All flash and no whip.
That's kind of true though.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you get tricked for a second.
You do. You think it's going to be super. It's
You're
going to be
like,
like he's
holy
walking.
shit, man!
You think that
He's gonna
werewolf's going to be
fuck this
walking through
guy
a
up.
blender, but
Yeah,
no. He gets 2 cheek cuts and then he gets caught in a rock.
and he gets 8.
It's 8 immediately. Oh, it's so instant.
Oh man, it's
Whip
so
shit's good
dumb.
only because it sounds like dipshit. I'm going with whip shit.
Yeah, go whip shit.
Right, we're moving on to Amelia, who
Are we not doing who's?
dignitary. He's the guy. He's the
Oh
guy who
yeah,
comes.
no,
Yeah, he's
skip him,
skippable.
skip him.
We'll go to Amelia. Now, we kind of have to do Amelia because she's in more of this movie than you think she is.
Is she?
Sorry, more of this series than you think she is. She pops
Oh,
up in the next one.
I see, I see. Okay.
But should we be taking that into account? Because we can always just do her first card next one.
Yeah, she's
She's
not
probably
in.
not in a right. Okay,
She's
sorry,
on the
skip that.
train and dies immediately.
Yeah, skip that. Right. So next up, we're going to do Dr. Adam, who is Wentworth Miller.
Oh no,
Who?
we're not doing Rays.
Oh fuck! I saw. Fucking hell. Okay, next up we're doing Ray's, which is the deputy head werewolf, the assistant to the head werewolf, the thug,
Yeah.
the bodyguard. He's
Mm-hmm.
the first
He's like the
werewolf we
right hand
see.
man.
Yeah, he's kind of the right hand man of Lucian.
Yes.
He's certainly the guy that gets sent out to do the important stuff, although he still gets shouted at a bit when he doesn't do the stuff.
Yeah, Lucian is a bit shouty with him.
He is a bit
He's
narky. But
yeah.
if I was after revenge for 500 to 1,000 years, maybe I'd be a bit narky as well.
No, that's true. That's true.
Okay. Well, deputy
Oh,
werewolf.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, what's his nickname?
I know, I was just about to
Oh,
come up with his name.
sorry.
No, you're correct. Ray's.
I think I've got a good one,
Go
right?
for it.
The man's got an incredibly deep voice.
Yep.
Subwoofer. And it's also got the werewolf joke in there because it's woof.
Yeah. It's always funnier when you explain your jokes.
Okay. Well, edit that out.
Yeah, I will. But it was
Aye.
really good. Subwoofer is really good.
Alright, okay. Right,
And
wait,
then
let
you
me
went,
redo that. Let me redo that.
okay. Yeah, we've
Right.
got to come up with a nickname for him. So Ray's.
Right. How about I was thinking subwoofer? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, but you don't sound natural.
Right, you can leave this bit in.
You've got, if we're going to redo a section, which occasionally we might have to do for sort of clarity, and knowing that we're going to edit it later, you can't go, what about subwoofer? You've got to feel it sound like cool and blasé, like you've just ripped it off the top.
Alright, okay.
Not like it's the best thing you've ever done, and this is now the third time you're saying it. Right, let's give this prick another try, and all this might remain in. It depends how much I
I
hate you in my
can't,
edit.
man. I can't. I
Right,
can't.
Ray's,
Right.
who is deputy werewolf, deputy thug werewolf. He's Lucian's right hand man. Nickname Ray's or Burn or something.
How about subwoofer?
Oh, Subwoofer's not bad. You got the wolf and the because people who haven't seen this, he speaks in an incredibly low Barry White voice.
It's a very deep voice he's got.
Subwoofer's not bad. Yeah, I mean it's not funny, but it's apt, and sometimes you got to go for apt.
Right, sound.
Yep, Subwoofer. See, that was better.
Perfect.
Still not
Perfect.
great. And I feel like I'm coming off as a bit of a cunt in it, but we'll go with it. Subwoofer.
How? How are you coming across a bit of a cunt in it?
I just think I am, but I'll fix that in the edit, and
Ah,
you'll be the cunt.
fair.
Style. Does that voice count as style?
Eh.
His clothes are just whatever's big and leathery and easy to rip off because he's constantly taking off his shirt.
Yeah, I don't think it's huge on the style.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it's huge for any of the werewolves.
Nah, I agree. Maybe like,
Oh, I'm tempted to go like a 5.
yeah, yeah. Honestly,
I don't think he has it. I just don't think he's got that wow factor. Now, rage. Throughout the vast majority of the movie, zero rage or very, very low. Like, even when he's transforming and fighting, it just seems to be the thing to do, not because he's particularly mad about it.
mm-hmm.
But then Lucian dies, and this is just before they eat Thorin.
Oh no, he
Rather,
gets quite mad then.
Lucian doesn't die. This is just the first of Lucian's several death fake-outs.
Oh yes, it's almost a hobby of his.
It's a pastime of Michael Sheen. However, it does happen, and he thinks that Lucian's dead, and he sees Soren, and he has a moment of rage, and that's just before he eats him. So we could attribute the fact that whips do nothing to Soren being useless, which we have, or we could attribute it to the pure power of rage that's soaring through Ray's body. Ray's a terrible name.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it's not great. I don't know, rage level maybe because he is sort of chill most of the movie.
He's super chill. I mean, he just sounds like he's gonna bang you. That voice just makes you think he's gonna try and bed your wife.
How
It's
about
a great
like
voice.
40 man?
Oh man,
Because he gets pretty mad at the end,
he
but
does, but it's, yeah. I mean, I'll go with it. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
I how you feeling lower?
I
Mate, fucking 30 or lower.
no. I'll go with 30. I'll go with 30. 30
Okay.
feels. I'm still
Because
not happy,
it's
but it's
not
better.
he gets pretty mad,
He does, but
but it's not a continuous
no,
anger.
it's not. Fighting. Now he loses to Celine. But he
Yeah,
doesn't
like
really lose to her. She escapes him.
yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, after she chucks the little
Yeah, she gets a couple of shots
Ninja
into him,
Star
which slows
things
him
at him.
down. But he's the one that's like stalking about looking for her at the end of that.
No,
And
yeah,
if
he is.
he like either him or the other werewolf do eat some dude, do eat one of the vampires and shoot another one with those fancy bullets.
Yeah.
And the other werewolf's kind of useless.
And then he immediately dispatches Soren.
Immediately. Now he does then get killed by Victor.
So he does.
But I mean, I think Victor's our sort of 100 in this, so
Yeah.
maybe not 100, but our high level. So I'm willing to give him quite a high on fighty, because not through skill or anything, but he seems super strong and durable, and he does win most of these fights.
How about
What,
like, I don't know.
55, 60?
Yeah, I was thinking 60.
Yeah, we'll go 60.
And no,
I
that
think that's
sounds
fair.
right.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. I mean, this is zero. He's following Lucian's plan. Lucian's his leader. He's doing what he's told.
Yeah.
He seems to know what he's about. I mean, why they're doing it is more of a nebulous question, like an unanswerable question, because it seems a weird thing to be doing. But he's a soldier following orders. So his motivation is, Lucian told me to do this. I'll go do
I'm
this.
doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's zero, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. 0.
Gullibility.
I think 0 as well.
No, see, there's a moment where he like walks in with the ampules or whatever the fuck he's carrying at the end, and sees Lucian, and there's like a double take of huh? And he does let Craven into like. Oh no, I guess he doesn't.
Wait, no, he should get something for this.
For
Because
what?
he manages to look at Lucian's not dead body, but Lucian's faked him out. Man, he's tricked him.
Lucian fooled him. He ain't dead. He
He's
could have
tricked
probably
him.
saved. He could have probably saved Lucian if he just stuck there for a second or more.
Probably, actually, yeah. Probably.
Yeah. It's like a snake bite. You got to suck the poison out.
So he gets something.
Does get something. He feels thick as mints, but this is not stupidity. But he feels thick as mints. I mean, let's give him a 20 for getting juked by the dead guy. But I can't really justify it. I'm not going to either. Right, we're moving on to Wentworth Miller as Dr. Adam. Now, he's one of the very few humans in this. And he would go on to become a lot more famous for like Prison Break, and I think he's Captain Cold in the Flash DC stuff.
Yeah.
He's something in it. If he's not Captain Cold, he's something. And
no, yeah, he is.
He's probably one of the people with the better careers after this, if I'm honest. Well, Bill Nye's fucking awesome, but
no, he's in a ton of stuff.
Yeah, I would say Wentworth Miller's done quite well. Now, he's not in this much. However, he's a dick. It's just so, for dickishness levels. Oh, should dickishness have been a categories?
I mean, we are quite early on.
We are.
Do you want to add it? Or swap one
No,
out?
there's going to be very few people that are actually dicks. No.
Is he like a dick, though?
He just seems like a dick. He seems like a talking behind your back, sort of betraying you at every turn. Like, snivelly. Maybe he's just too good looking and I'm jealous. I
think so, man. He seemed like kind of, like, I don't know, a decent guy.
No, he's like one of those guys that feels like he's like, oh, no. Yeah, Michael totally do that. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, Michael was talking about you. Blah, blah. He just feels like the kind of shithead that talks behind your back.
I didn't get that impression.
Yeah.
Because he asked how Michael is. He says he's done well on the surgery today or something.
Yeah. You seem reasonable, but I'm going to be unreasonable and see his name is Dr. Asshole. He has 0 in style because he's constantly wearing medical clothes.
Yep.
He seems genuinely narky just throughout his entire life. He's got like a low level of narky arseholeness.
Do
that
you
I'm going to say
actually
is,
think so?
yeah, that I'm going to say is worth 8 in Rage. He got
Alright.
0 for fighting.
Yeah.
The incomprehensibility of motivation. Now, we're going to disagree on this, but I say this is quite high because he seems to be betraying Michael and then calling him, then lying to him, and then lying to cops on his behalf. Like, there seems to be a range of dickishness, and I'm not really sure what the end game is in any of this. But
I think.
feel
Oh
like it's
my
a
god.
40.
I think it's 0. Because honestly, this guy just is doing his job. That's it. And he never betrays Michael.
I was like, fuck this guy.
When does he betray Michael?
Oh, like he tells the police about him. Like the police come and he tells them all about Michael and he says, "Oh, this," and then when Michael phones up, he goes, "Oh, that. I would never say that about you." And
Oh,
oh,
right. No, okay. There is maybe a little bit of that. But it's like the police have turned up and then they're lying to him. And they're being like, yo, we need to speak to Michael. Do you know where he is?
I want to give him 40. You're gonna make me go down to 20 or something, aren't you?
I am.
All right, 20.
Actually.
We're gonna do your gullibility later because I just talked you up from 0 to 20 without a fight. Gullibility. Police lie to him and he immediately believes them.
Yeah, no. He gets tricked by the police.
30. Because those are
Yeah.
not convincing policemen.
No, they're not. They're in American uniforms in Britain.
Or Budapest. Oh. I don't like that dude. I don't think I like Wentworth Miller very much. Oh, have you ever
I've
tried to
never
watch Prison Break?
No, I've never seen Prison Break.
Oh, it's fucking irritating.
Is it?
No.
Is there no
Yeah,
something
it is.
about he tattoos the map to his
I don't,
body or
I
something?
don't even want to go into it.
Oh, okay.
I don't even want to go into it because
How
I'm
would
going to
you
get
read that
super
map
annoyed.
though?
It's not. It's not really a map. It is a map, but there's a load of other stuff as well. It just fucking. It's an entire. Oh no, let's skip it. I've got a lot to say on that because I watched the first season of Prison Break and I fucking hated it. Right, anyway, we'll move on. Right, we're on to can, and straight off the bat, tuna can of beans,
I like tuna can.
tuna can it is. Now this is played by Robbie G. As Robbie G. He went from spelling his name with a Y to an IE on IMDb.
A Y to an IE. On IMDb is. Oh, sorry. You mean ROBBIE?
Yes. Now,
Oh yes. Okay, sorry. I see.
I quite like Robbie G. He's in a
Mhm.
couple of things. He's in Snatch.
Yeah, he's good in Snatch.
He's in a few other things. And here's my.
You seen the Ribena advert he's in?
I have not.
He's in a Ribena advert.
Fair enough. I like Ribena. I actually puts him up a notch in my book. Now, here's the thing about Robbie G. And I'm just going to say this straight off the bat, and I don't want to discuss it. But
Mhm.
he absolutely should have been Don Cheadle in the Ocean's 13 franchise or Ocean's 11 franchise.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of Don Cheadle doing a dodgy British accent, it should have just been Robbie G. I think it would have been way
Yeah.
better and funnier and just suited the whole thing.
Absolutely. That's a good take.
I don't want to explain myself to anyone that's going to. I just feel that Robbie G's like quite funny and witty and like fast, and he's everything that Don Cheadle should be in that movie and isn't. And it's not a slam on Don Cheadle. It's just he's miscast for that role. Anyway,
Yeah.
I like Robbie G. Attitude is
No,
pretty good.
that's a good take. I agree with that. Anyway.
Style, he's got some. He's got a sort of vaguely militaristic look, which I think he pulls off quite well, sort of future armor up.
Mhm.
It's not huge, but it's something. I'm willing to give him like a 15 or a 20.
Yeah, 20. 20.
Yeah.
Give him 20.
Rage, he is only at the worst irked that Soren's taken over the duties of picking Amelia up.
Mhm.
That's it. That's the entire movie.
Yeah,
See,
is it like a 5?
Oh, I think it's less than a 5. He's only a bit irked.
2?
Alright, I'll give him a 2. Fighting. Now, I believe he survives this movie. I don't think we see him die.
No. You hear him
He's constantly, like...
scream,
I don't think it's him.
don't you? Or it's like a werewolf, like, point of view camera runs into him, and then you hear screaming. But you never see him die. And he's with like a group of vampires, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm not convinced that he dies in this. I don't know that
No,
he turns up
no.
in any of the rest of the movies, but I'm not convinced he dies in this. And he is certainly tooling the shit out of werewolves up
Mhm.
until that point. Like, he's mowing the
Oh
fuckers
no, yeah,
down.
he's got his big gun and he's just blasting away.
Alright, I don't remember this moment you're talking about, but if it does, it takes the shine off his apple a bit.
Wait, I'm gonna try
Oh, I'm
find
gonna look
it.
this up as well. You've got me wondering now.
Oh wait, I've got it here, I think. Uh, mm, it's not looking good for here. Do you want me to share my screen quick?
I'm pulling it up anyway.
All right, it's at 1:49.
I have the extended version.
So do I.
Oh,
Yeah, you don't see him die, but he definitely gets like his head bit, I think.
yeah, right, that motherfucker's dead.
Mhm.
It's not definite, but it's
That's quite
pretty like...
heavily implied.
Alright, that does take the shine off the apple a little bit.
What
I'm
one is
still
this
willing
for?
to
Is this
give him
for
like a
fighting?
40. Yeah.
40.
He kills a lot of werewolves.
I would honestly even say 50.
His KD is pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's got a kill streak.
Let's go 45.
Okay.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. Now, I think this is a 0. He's like Rage. He's a soldier. He's doing what his boss says.
Yeah, I agree, 0.
He thinks it's stupid, but he's doing it. Then gullibility, I think, is another 0 because he doesn't believe Craven for a fucking second.
No, yeah, he doesn't. Does he not sort of
He
investigate a
does. One
wee?
of my favourite characters in the movie.
Mhm.
Yeah, and lines of she wants her whole a record by Craven. She
That is
is
another
she is
apt one.
desperate for it.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
she's
no.
practically rubbing her vag across his leg, like humping him like a horny dog. It's weird how into it she is.
Aye, no, she definitely fancies Craven a wee bit.
Yeah,
Definitely.
wants her whole a record. Yeah, it's something like that. It's pretty good. Style. See, I would say of all the women in this movie, she's probably the least stylish. She's wearing like what I would consider late 90s to early 90s just clothes.
Yeah, she wears a dress at one point.
Yeah, but it's not even that
That's like
cool a
it.
dress.
No, it's just kind of like a black dress.
Yeah, alright. I
Eh,
think she's getting dick all for style. Probably why Craven won't pump you. You got no flash. Rage, she is often and frequently annoyed. To the point of like
yes.
trying to betraying Craven to help Selena escape so that she can try and pump him, and then when Craven like bangs her and dumps her immediately, she's outraged. And
Mhm.
when she smells Michael, she does a weird spin, cling to the ceiling, hiss thing.
Yes.
Like, it's an impotent rage because she's constantly getting fucked over and doing nothing about it, but it's there.
Eh, what did we give Raise on Rage?
We gave him 30.
30.
I
I
think
think
she's more.
she's higher. Maybe like a 40, 50?
Let's give her like a 47.
Okay.
Fighting.
I don't
Well,
think she fights.
she doesn't fight, but she does do that spring thing, which it doesn't qualify as a fight. But she's one of the very few vampires that like shows any sort of supernatural ability.
Yeah, but
Doesn't count as a fight. You're right, 0. Doesn't
what
count.
happens to her at the end of this movie?
Well, she presumably survived. She doesn't go on the raid. She presumably
Aye.
at the mansion.
Yeah, she must just yeah.
She presumably lives this out quite
It's her
fine.
last scene. What's her last scene though?
I think it might be when Craven and Soren get in the car and like she doesn't get to come.
Yeah. All right. I
They
missed
like
that
ditch
bit.
her.
Hmm.
Now this is going to be high score on this. Incomprehensibility of motivation. I have no idea how this bitch does anything through the entire movie.
No, I genuinely, I think this is like 90.
She's the most confusing person in this entire goddamn movie.
Is this
Because
100?
no, it's not 100 because we've got to leave room to grow because they get weirder.
Okay.
But she might be a late 80s, 90 because I have no idea why she's helping Celine, betraying Celine, helping Craven, betraying Craven. Like she doesn't seem to be in on the plan, but she also seems to be like willing to go along with tons of it. But she's not in on the betrayal of the vampires plan. But I
No,
don't
I don't
understand
have
why
a
this
fucking
woman is doing
clue.
anything. Right, we're going 88, and I'm not
Cool.
going to explain why, and that's part of the mystique. Gullibility, she falls for fucking.
Oh mate.
This is also quite high.
Yeah.
He will believe anything that Craven says, and it's kind of spectacular because he has no skill in deception. Like he is clearly, her gullibility that anything will go her way is unbelievable. If I can get Craven slightly annoyed at you, he's going to give up a 500-year obsession, Celine. If I can get him slightly irked at you, he'll give up the fact he's been chasing after your panties for a fucking half a millennium.
Ugh.
Oh my
Is
god,
this like 90 again?
she might be 100.
I'm not against this.
Oh fuck me, it's rare, but we're going with 100. She is just so goddamn stupid. Kind of impressive. So next up is Singe, and he is Twitchy McTwitcherson, or Facial McTick, or just.
Either.
I mean, it feels like he's got. What's that disease? What's that illness that makes you like swear?
Tourette's.
He feels like he's got entire face Tourette's.
Yeah, no, he has a very twitchy face.
Is he just getting constantly tasered just out of shot? Taser face.
Yeah, I like that.
The first time it's been apt from Guardians of the Galaxy. Taser face. Style. I mean, if
Oh,
greasy shithead is a style, slick back. He's got style, but it's rampantly bad. This might be negative.
I think it is. Yeah,
I'm not suggesting much, like -1 or 2, but just an acknowledgement that he
yeah. No,
looks
it's the point.
unpleasant.
Yeah, no, I agree.
All right, -2. Ugh, he's greasy throughout.
I typed in Singe Underworld on Google Images, and I've came across a GIF at the moment where where Victor burst his face open.
You send that to me.
Oh man, here
In fairness,
it's kind of sped up as well. Oh wait, is it not?
if I saw,
It's not sent the GIF.
I know, but I've clicked on it. Oh, that is such a meaty punch.
Yeah.
He pisses blood.
Mm-hmm.
If I saw that man twitching in front of me, I would want to slap him as well. Oh, he's creepy. Rage. I mean, I think it's 0. I don't think he's angry
Yeah.
at any point in the entire movie.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I think
I
it's
don't think he
0.
gets mad.
No. Fighting. 0. We never see him fight. He gets sent on a pickup mission to go and get Michael for some fucking reason. Because he's not physically adept in any way, shape, or form. and he's immediately captured by Celine, who extracts all the information out of him. Like, if you're going to send someone on a mission, don't send the guy that, one, is the one that does all the shit for you, two, knows the entire plans, and three, is likely to be bitten and have all his memories taken away. I suppose they don't do that because they don't want to bite a werewolf. I suppose that's safe. I was thinking if the vampires could just take his memories. But if he's a werewolf, I suppose they wouldn't because they don't want to turn him.
Wait, what was that?
You know how vampires can, if they drink someone's blood, they get their memories.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking that it's a terrible idea to send someone who knows your entire plan on a mission where he might be captured and then have all his memories taken. But as I was saying it, I realised that the vampires wouldn't take his memories because he's a werewolf and they wouldn't bite a werewolf for fear of
Yeah.
making a half-breed.
True.
So
Yeah.
from that point of view, he's safe. But on the other hand, he immediately gives up the information.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he tells them everything.
Incomprehensibility of motivation is going to play in quite high here because his motivation is clear. He's like the fucking Dr. Mengele of the werewolf world.
Mm-hmm.
But also, he immediately betrays the werewolves and like laughs about it and like for no reason. They have not succeeded in their plan yet. I don't know why he's given the
Yeah,
vampires
I don't
all
know
these
why he done
instant
that, dude.
information.
It was a bad play.
So it feels like a 40 gut instinct.
I respect that for you.
It's a
Sounds good.
weird choice. Maybe the whole thing is if he thinks if he can become a half-breed, it will stop him twitching. I'd go to some lengths to try and stop that as well. Gullibility. No, I don't think he's gullible.
No.
He knows what's going on, and like
Yeah, he
he doesn't
understands what they're
believe.
wanting to do.
Yeah, he doesn't believe the vampires will let him go if he talks or anything.
Yeah.
For some reason, he just talks. Yeah, okay, I guess it's a zero. That's a bad card. A real bad card. All right. Next up is Victor. Oh, should Victor be last? He's not in it much, but I just fucking love him.
Let's say Victor. Yeah, he's my favourite, I think, in this movie.
Yeah, let's do Craven. Craven. I mean, Cunton.
Crabbit, man. He's just angry.
Rapey McStalker.
Yeah.
He feels like if he was on the internet, he'd be a furry.
Oh, you think? Oh, I was thinking more like a sort of nice guy.
Is that? Well, yeah. Oh, he would be a nice guy, wouldn't he?
He would be.
Oh my god,
This
his
dude
nickname is
sending
Milady.
paragraphs in like the DMs.
Yeah, this guy's nickname is Milady.
Yeah.
Or Tips Fedora. I kind of want to make a character in a game called Tips Fedora now.
Oh.
Yeah, it's definitely Milady. Style. He's big into the wide flared shirt sleeves and the loose necked blouses. Now, I don't like his style, but it's there.
Nah, I don't like his style. He's got a couple big rings on as well.
He feels like he's the vampire version of like a Cuban gangster from Miami.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Like he feels like he's a Cuban gangster from Miami who's just dyed everything black and put in a pair of falsers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 17?
Okay, go with 17.
He gets something. He has got style. I don't like the style, but he has
There's
got
a
it.
vision there, but it doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah, he's not carried it off. Rage, constantly annoyed. Constantly annoyed throughout.
Honestly?
But I don't know that it peaks. He's like cowardly, he's impotent and he's enraged, but he never crests. Because he never seems to be in the position to actually release it. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a continuous peak though. It's like a 10 out of 10 anger.
I mean, but I don't think you can continuously peak. I think it's an oxymoron. He's not.
I think it's got to be at least fucking like 90 though.
All right, I'm willing to go 90.
Genuinely,
I could
he's an
argue that with you.
angry guy.
Yeah, he is. He's an angry guy, and it's a weird, frustrated, like internal anger. She's not gonna pump you, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You've got like 20 other women, most of whom are at least fairly attractive, who would ride you rotten. Go for it. Let go, Celine. Our ass looks phenomenal in latex, but it's just not gonna happen.
Nah.
Fight. No, he does fight. Or he backstabs.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think he's getting too high on the fighting.
Nah, he's not getting too high, is he?
Mate, he gets fucking leg stabbed by a crawling Lucian.
Just get a leg stab. He loses a fight. Someone who can't walk. Oh. Yeah. Oh, what is it then? Give me a number. Is it negative because he loses that fight?
I'm not against that. I'm not against that whatsoever.
-10 for getting leg stabbed.
Dude, it's like, see, watching it though, it's like, I would even fucking dodge that.
Yeah, it's not,
Like,
he's
it's
so slow.
It's so choreographed.
It's like getting glassed by a sloth.
Also, he slips on like a ladder.
That's
he slips
right.
off a ladder
Oh,
as
Jesus,
well.
he's fucking useless.
But the thing is, see Erica, when she realizes Michael's like a lichen and she jumps to the ceiling. I'm like, if he slips off the ladder, why can't he fucking cling to the wall or something?
Yeah, Michael has been a werewolf for all of 3 seconds and he lands perfectly on his feet after jumping out a window.
Yeah. Dude's been
And
a vampire for 500 years and he slips on a fucking ladder.
You're right.
Ah,
You're right.
See, to be honest, I understand why he's angry. If that,
He's useless.
I would fall off that. Like, I stub my toe and I get angry at myself. See if I fell off a 20-foot ladder.
And the thing is, you've not even hurt yourself. You can't take refuge in the fact that people can't laugh at you because you've really badly injured yourself and they've got to be sympathetic. You're going to be just fine. So people, if anyone saw him, they'd just laugh their whole off at him.
Yeah. No. He fucking sucks, man.
He fucking sucks. Right. Now, this is interesting because Incomprehensibility of Motivation, I don't think he scores very highly here.
Okay.
I think he scored very lowly. His motivation is he wants to betray the vampires so he can take over, and he thinks that the only way he can beat Victor is by enlisting the werewolf's help. That is a very clear and concise ban.
Yes.
However, I'm going to suggest that because he scores lowly in this category, he's going to score incredibly highly in gullibility, and that he thinks that any of this shit will work. So, do you see what I'm saying? It's like a two-edged sword. So I'm willing to go like 10 on the incomprehensibility of motivation, but I'm going to suggest he might be another 100 or close to in the gullibility because there is no way that any of this shit is going to work.
I think,
and
I agree.
He's self-delusional because he thinks that Celine is finally going to like.
Yeah, he's tricking himself.
Yeah, he's so gullible. He's fooled himself constantly,
also
on a daily basis for 500 years.
Lucian tricked him as well with the death.
Everyone tricked him.
Yep. Oh yeah, Celine's constantly. She just runs away from him, man. Like,
like Erica, the most gullible person we've ever met.
She tricks him. Yeah. Is he getting over 100?
No, because 100 is max. 100 is full.
Max. I think it's got to be 100 then.
It's 100. He's fucking useless. He is useless. Right, we're moving on to Lucian, who...
Wait, so for the incomprehensibility, he got 0?
He got 10. I'm giving him something.
Alright, okay.
Like, I don't think even he knows what he's doing at some points. But he gets 100 in gullibility because it's just so stupid.
Yep, right, cool.
So we're moving on to Lucian, who... I mean, we could do like Lucky or Lucy or, nicknames like that. But I want to do a nickname that's more sort of decisive and to the point.
Right.
Something like, how the fuck did you become the alpha of these werewolves, you incredibly tiny man? Because Ray's is a fucking mountain.
Yeah, he should be like King Werewolf.
Like,
Surely.
if we're doing the whole alpha werewolf pack thing, then it should be Ray's. Because he's like a
Yeah,
beast of a dude. Whereas
you
Martin
kind of
Sheen
think they were
or
like
Michael
they were
Sheen is like,
fighting for it. Sorry.
no, but I don't understand how he's in charge. He is
No.
so thin and weedy. Now, he is apparently supernaturally jacked because he's like running down cars and shit.
Oh yeah, he's like Captain America running at
Super
one
Captain
point.
America running, and
Hmm.
he's like stabbing through cars. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, his arm knife is pretty dope.
Oh, maybe. All right, I'm just gonna call him Lucy. I don't think he deserves a more creative nickname. Although I don't hate him. Oh,
No, no, I think he's all right.
Lucy in the doghouse.
That's
Uh,
pretty good.
it's not great. Lucian. Old knife sleeves. Yeah, it's old knife sleeves. Old knife sleeves. Oh, 'cause he's constantly
Does his
toting them
knife
about.
sleeve come back in the next one? Like, do you see the knife sleeve again?
I don't think so, but I can't remember.
I'd like to see it again.
I don't
What?
think so.
I swear I was watching something recently that wasn't this that also had knife sleeves in it.
Uh, it's surprisingly common. Is it? Was it?
It was maybe Hellboy. Doesn't the
Yeah. Oh,
guy have knife sleeves in that?
I think it does. Yeah, he's also got nightsticks,
Mhm. He
but it's
does.
also Assassin's Creed.
Yes, it
And
is. Yeah.
yeah, it's old knife sleeves. Right. Style. Yeah, it's not bad. It's like it's halfway between Oasis and like the Happy Mondays
Mm.
with a splash of like Tramp.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it kinda looks like he needs, like, a shower or something, man. His
Yeah.
hair's a bit greasy.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not massive, but there's something going on there. Rage, psychotically angry the entire
Oh.
goddamn time.
Yeah, he's not craven angry, but he's still very angry.
Isn't he craven angry?
Well, he at least chills off at some points.
He does. He mellows at some points.
Like, he's chatting to Michael a bit,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
true.
I feel like he's angry when
Is he
people, like, fuck
appropriately
up the
angry?
plan.
Yeah, alright, okay, so give me a number. What are you thinking?
Um, oh, I think, like, 65.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. I was thinking 70, so I'll go with you.
Yeah,
Fighting,
no, it's
now,
still high. Oh,
very
I
high.
think he does, yeah. He does pretty
I
well
would
here.
really like to see him fight Victor.
Yes,
Because he
yeah.
only loses because he gets shot in the back by magic bullets. That's the only
Mhm.
reason he loses. And even then, he muscles through for a long while afterward, through several fake deaths.
Yep,
He's
with
tough as
the
fuck.
magic bullets, he crawls what I presume to be a fairly significant distance,
Yeah, he
sneaks up on Craven.
at one point he gets shot in the face about 40 fucking times and
Yeah.
just like heals up and spits out bullets.
Mhm.
And Celine runs from him.
Oh, instantly, yeah. So,
Do we actually see him fight that much though? Because he never really gets the chance. He chases after them, but he doesn't fight them really. And then he doesn't really get another chance to fight.
he kinda got a point.
In this movie,
Um,
like I think that realistically, if we were to do a battle royale and everyone in this movie was to fight, I might see him coming out on top.
yeah, it would end up being him and Victor.
It would definitely end up being him and Victor, and I think that's maybe more even than you might think. But he doesn't do it. That doesn't happen in this movie. We don't see it. And I'm
No.
not sure we can judge it on what we feel like it should be.
Well, I think he gets something for the leg stab.
He definitely gets something for the leg stab.
Because
He
that's
wins that
amazing.
fight. He's shot to death. He's died at least 3 times, and he still manages to win a fight against a vampire with one leg slap. He gets something for that. He wins a fight against a car because he's stabbing the shit out of it.
And he does stab Celine.
He does a bit, yeah. I mean, yeah, no,
Like, she
damage is done.
passes out.
Yeah. I don't think we could give him realistically more than 40.
Yeah, I was thinking 30 or 40.
Right, let's go 35. I'll meet you in the middle.
Cool.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. Now, I think this is quite low because his motivation is again clear. It's stupid, but it's clear. He thinks that the only way to win the war is to make a half-breed. I don't know why he thinks that's the only way to win the war. Just make hundreds of werewolves and like storm the fucking. Vampire vs werewolf feels like it's a match that tips towards the vampire 1-on-1. But we see a lot of werewolves kill vampires. Like, it can happen.
No,
So-
yeah. Just look at the whip guy. He got in that
Yeah, so-
one-on-one. He got immediately ate.
Yeah, so just make like 1,000 goddamn werewolves and attack the mansion.
This is a thing I didn't get about this movie. Seeming like, the Lycans have been wiped out. Their numbers are so low. Can't these guys just go around scratching a ton of folk?
Well,
and making
no. They
tons
do
of more
say this in this
Lycans?
movie.
Or do they?
They do say that there's a very low chance of you surviving a werewolf bite or a vampire bite. It's 1 in 100 or 1 in 500 or
I
something.
see. Yeah, I remember that now. Actually, fair.
But you would think I mean, how many fucking homeless people disappear every year in America? You would think you could get a few thousand of them into werewolves pretty sharpish. And
That's
unlike
true.
the vampires, when the werewolves get turned, they seem to then have to obey their pack leader. There seems to be something in that.
Also, although there's no like girl werewolves, is there? It's all guys.
No, not in this movie.
Oh, is there in others?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Anyway, wait, what one are we on? Incomprehensibility.
Yeah.
It's
It's a stupid plan, but
you
it's
know what
clear.
he wants to do though.
Yeah, it's just unclear as to why he wants to do it. Oh, 10 or 15?
Yeah, 15.
Yeah, okay. Gullibility. Craven shoots him in the back.
Yeah, it's quite dumb to turn away from Craven.
Yeah, I mean, you've whipped him and you've got power over him for.
I just wouldn't be trusting Craven.
That's it. I wouldn't trust
Anything.
Craven as long as I could fucking. As far as I could throw him.
No, I think for alone
That's
trusting
really
Craven.
Yawn. That's really the only moment, though.
Yeah,
Of
no.
gullibility.
But I think that trusting Craven scores fairly high.
It does, yeah. That's the problem.
It's fucking Craven, man. He's a chump.
Yeah, he's a total chump. 60?
Yeah, honestly.
And I don't like it. I don't think he
No,
deserves
I
it
don't like
generally,
doing this. No, but I mean, it's fucking Craven, man.
but we have to go where the trumps dictate. Right, we'll go into Michael, who is again just fucking useless. Right, and immediately I'm gonna suggest that his nickname should be something along the lines of Wet Blanket
Yeah, I think so.
or Damp Hanky. That man is a damp hanky if I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's just
He's constantly wet. Never dries out. And he never thinks to like avoid the rain in any way, shape, or form. He shows up outside the mansion quite close to the start to get Celine, and it's just pouring with rain. He got a taxi there, and he's just standing there in the pissing rain. God damn hanky, will you never learn?
What is it?
Style,
Wet hanky?
damp hanky.
Damp hanky, okay.
Right, style is bad. Like, we see him in both his medical clothes and his walking around clothes, and then we see him shirtless and like jeans as a turned whatever the fuck he is, half breed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he looks bad in all of them. His
Yeah,
hair
are
is
we counting
terrible. He's
style
got
as
like
well as the of
greasy
how his
ringlets.
monster looks?
Yes,
Yeah,
because I
okay.
dislike him.
Uh,
And he's got horrible greasy ringlets.
is this like
Ugh.
zero?
Oh, I
Honestly,
think it's negative.
negative.
No, I guess it's not negative. It's zero, but I don't like this dude. He can't fucking act either.
Nah, man, it's not great.
No, it's not. Rage. Is he
I don't think he gets
actually
mad.
that angry?
I think
He
this guy's
gets narky.
passive as fuck.
And when he does, he's super passive. He's a sub.
Yeah,
Like, she's dressed like a dominatrix, and he is definitely a sub.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's a bit
No,
growly at
he
the.
does kind of get like a little bit like see when she's like jump out the window. She's like, "What?" He's like, "What the fuck?" But that's like it. I think as like 15, gets
Right,
slightly little bit
okay,
annoyed on
I'm not
occasion.
fucking happy about it. Fighting, he's only in one fight. He gets he gets abducted and kidnapped several times. So if you want to count any of them as fights, he's immediately bested by like several different people, by police officers and Celine, and
I think we do,
because we
but I
hate him.
think we talk about the fight with Victor and then we subtract something.
Okay, so if we're counting the first subway as a fight, because he's the target, so
Hmm.
technically if we count that one as a fight, he then gets like mugged by Celine,
Yep.
then he goes back to
Oh yeah, she
Celine,
like picks him up, doesn't she, by like the throat?
yeah, and then he gets imprisoned by her. There's like four fights that if you count them as fights, four confrontations that if you count them, he immediately and instantly loses.
Yes.
And then we've got one fight with Victor, which we will talk about now. He fights Victor. Now, I suggest that he takes Victor by surprise, and it is in fact shock that is winning that fight against Victor until Victor gets a grip of himself and just starts kicking the dick out of him.
Yeah. No, I think you're right because it's almost kind of like the whip guy fight, whip shit.
Yeah, it's
Because
like, what the fuck? And then,
you
no,
get
I'm going to tool
immediately
you up.
baited into like, because see when he's doing the little teleportation thing,
Yeah.
it's like, oh no,
Don't stand
he
in one
might be good
place for
here,
this.
and then
For
it's like,
this.
oh no, it's Michael.
Yeah.
He sucks.
He does suck. Right. What does he get with the fight with Victor? Because he stands toe to toe with him for a minute before Victor then just kicks a cunt out of him.
Genuinely, I'm feeling like a sort of 50.
Oh, you're out your fucking mind.
No, no, Victor's like 100 here, man.
Yeah, but
Like Victor's that much better that I think going a minute,
oh, this is
it's like
interesting. This is
40 or
like the
50.
Hulk thing. How long would you last against the Hulk?
Mm.
Oh, right. Okay, I see your logic. Now, how much do we take off for the four ass kickings before that? Because I'd really like to go negative
Honestly,
on this.
like,
I don't think I can
do you want?
justify it, but I'd really like to go like negative 50.
I was thinking, well, wait, fuck this guy. Yeah, just give him -50.
He's such a douche.
Mate, it's just
Do you know something? He
dull.
just lost that fight for, for him to get a good result in that fight category. He just
Yeah.
lost that. He gets
No,
negative
man,
50
it's
as a
just
result.
dull, man.
Oh, he's boring. Incomprehensibility of motivation, extremely high. I don't know why you're going back to Selena. I don't know why you're immediately falling in love with her, or you're not in love with her, or you are in love
I
with her.
mean,
I don't know why you do the
wait.
things that you do, or say the things you say. Why are this woman kidnapped you? Why are you saving her life? Why?
All of this is true. At the same time, does he go back to Celine?
It's his
Mate,
entire
she's hot as fuck,
motivation.
man.
Well, this is what I was
Like,
about to say. Is his
yeah,
entire motivation just Kate Beckinsale's ass on latex?
yeah, I think
It's a
so.
decent motivation.
Mm-hmm.
It's the motivation for me to watch that I watched another 3 of these goddamn movies.
I mean, he got a couple little winches out of it.
And
Like,
presumably bangs her later.
yeah.
Alright, okay, what do you want to give him?
Oh, let's think.
I usually guessing that it's just pussy. That's his entire motivation, and by that
I mean,
token,
because
it's
it,
incredibly understandable, and we do understand it.
yeah,
It's
yeah, because
just poontang.
I mean, what else is there though? He's got like,
Generally in life, what else is there? See the lamentations of the to crush your enemies before them. See the lamentations of your women and pump Kate Beckinsale.
no, I'm saying, I mean, he just sort of gets thrown into this movie just because of his like heritage.
You're suggesting it's all
And
reacting. There's no motivation per se.
yeah, I don't think there is any other real motivation, man. It's
All right.
like
Okay. It gets zero because,
shit just
frank,
happens to him.
frankly, I agree that if the motivation is Kate Beckinsale's ass, that's an obvious and clear motivation. However, gullibility, he's going to score very high because he's
Oh
constantly
yeah.
and continually tricked by everybody. He is one of the most gullible people I've ever met in my entire life, or seen in my entire life. He is. He's not 100, but he's like a 75
Yeah, definitely.
for just a constant and continuous, just believing anything anybody says to
He's
him.
always getting handcuffed to shit.
He's constantly getting chained up and handcuffed and kidnapped because he just trusts people. Cops turn up and kidnap you. Oh, they're cops. Fuck you. Oh, Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm getting him a 75 because he's fucking useless. Jesus, that guy's useless. I fucking hate Michael. Right, let's do Celine. We've only got 2 left, so let's do Celine. And
um,
I feel like her nickname should be Astastic or
eh,
Fantastic.
fantastic. Yeah, that's better.
Is there anything better?
Um,
Celine. I want her on top as I'm looking at the Celine.
Jesus.
Can't think of anything
You can't.
better.
Celine sort of. You can't really do much for that.
How about the origin of several rubber fetishes?
Yeah, I quite like that one.
Uptick in internet searches for rubber porn. Or what happens if she farts? All good questions.
Yeah, all good.
She blew up like a balloon?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Alright, what about style for her? I mean,
Um,
dripping with it, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure. She's is she not? Oh, I don't know if she's the highest, but
Victor looks awesome.
probably yeah. Is I think Victor. I think honestly, like I don't know, 75, 80.
I can see that. Latex leather, big chunky platform shoes that add about 4 inches to her height.
Like me, it's dope, and she does like she actually does cool fighting stuff. I'm
Yeah,
counting that
alright.
in there.
So what do you say, 75?
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling higher now. Like maybe an 85, 90.
Like her hair's pretty good as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's get an 85.
cool.
Looks dope.
Yeah, she's the
Rage.
coolest looking vampire.
Absolutely.
Oh
Well,
no, no,
Victor.
no. Sorry, Victor. Forgot about him. But yeah,
Rage. She's constantly angry. I don't know if she's ever very much enraged.
no, I don't think
I don't think
enraged.
she peaks.
No, I think this is a bubbling anger though.
Yeah, a low level. Not that low, but mid level simmering.
Kind of feeling 50.
Yeah, I mean, 50 feels fine. It never really peaks, and when it could peak, she's afraid for Michael instead.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll go 50. Yeah. Fighting, real good. I mean, technically, the
Mhm.
best in the entire goddamn movie. She runs away from several fights, but only because she's massively outnumbered. And before doing several damage, oh my god,
Or
did she get an extra bit of her style because she does the shooting through the floor thing, which is so fucking cool.
oh, absolutely, yeah. Add 5.
Yeah, she does. She gets 90. That's so cool when she shoots
That
through the
is,
floor. There are
yeah.
way more bullets shot out than she can possibly be carrying.
No, there's a lot of even just the amount of dual wielding she does.
Oh yeah, and
Like,
she
it's
looks good
sick.
with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
I mean, I guess technically she's like a 90 or an 85 or something.
I was feeling 80.
Yeah.
I don't mind like 90 either though.
No, no, no. I think we're better going lower. I'll go with you at 80.
I just this instinct.
Yeah. Incomprehensibility of motivation. I mean, very clear. She's got the clearest motivation in the entire movie. She wants to defeat werewolves. She thinks that werewolves are a threat. She's not getting taken seriously, so she wakes up Victor.
Mhm.
All that
Yeah.
makes complete sense. And then she she gets something for weirdly falling in love with Michael and like sending the whole thing cocker.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I think there's got to be like a 20-25
It
because
might be more than that. It's so weird that she falls for Michael.
yeah, what like 40?
This does seem to take place like all over the course of a night or 2 nights. And she
Yeah.
like betrays things that she's known for 500 years for this wet douche she's met twice.
No, I genuinely think it is just one night because there's no indication that time has passed. Like everyone's still in the same clothes.
I think there is indication. I think the daylight passes when Michael is chained up and she leaves him.
Oh.
I think that's a day cycle back to
Ah,
night.
I see. Yeah, no, you may be right there. Yeah.
And there might be another day cycle when Michael's imprisoned yet again by Lucian. At
Oh,
most it's
maybe.
3 days.
Yeah. Okay, okay. But yeah, man, is it what's she getting here? Like 50?
50 seems harsh.
It does. I don't. I'm not sold on 50. Cause
40?
yeah, it's clear for the majority
It
of the
is. It's
movie.
weird that it gets twisted around Michael, but especially as he just seems like a
No,
fucking wet,
I think
curdy
they should have
fart.
just left that whole plot out. There was no need for it.
It doesn't. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't seem to add to the plot. You could have done the entire same
Because
plot,
she
but
could still
not
like
have a.
save him or whatever.
Yeah.
I bet, but she doesn't need to fall in love with him.
Yeah, it is weird.
Like all they needed to leave in was the fact that Victor lied to her.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, and
it.
deserve that reveal more. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I'm with you. It's weird.
Um.
Yeah. All right. Go with 40. Gullibility. I mean, she believed Victor for 500 years.
Yeah.
That's got to be high.
It's yeah. I think it's really
She's
high.
suspicious of Craven. Like on every other sort of thing, she's right and not gullible. But she believed Victor for 500 goddamn years.
Uh huh.
That's got to score high.
Well, this is the thing, right? There must be. You must see living in the vampire mansion. You must hear about occasionally folk going off and eating humans and stuff.
So,
You've got to.
it's a rule that is forbidden because people want to do it.
Yeah. So
Never even questioning it. Like a vampire, your entire family dies. The only person you see is a vampire who says he saved you.
yeah, from
Like,
those lichens that ran away.
yeah, it's literally the big boy did it and ran away.
Mhm.
Oh
I
my god,
think
it feels like this is gonna be like a 75 or something.
I was thinking 80.
I'll meet you at 77.
Okay. It
Now
feels
we're on to.
shitty because
I do feel
you're
shitty, yeah.
right. Everyone else is like Jane Bang Craven shit.
No, she's
Who
super
is though,
suspicious and
other than
paranoid about
Erica?
nobody. Like even Erica's not buying it. She just wants to bang him.
That's true, actually. Yeah. No, no one's buying what he's selling.
All right, we're moving on to the
Fucking
best
Craven.
character in the entire thing, Victor, played fantastically over the top by Bill Nye, and exactly the kind of fucking full drama thing that I just really like out of him.
Yeah.
Like
No, he hams it up, but it's
If he
great.
turned into fucking the guy who Pirates of the Caribbean halfway through,
Yes,
it would
yeah.
not have like.
Yeah,
I would have went. That feels about right."
I also like it, see when he has, like, pure beef jerky, and he's, like, twitching and stuff, man.
Yeah, and he
It's
does this.
great. Yeah, it's like when he wants people to shut up, that's what he does.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's kind of fantastic. I love Bill Nye. Yeah, Victor's by far and away. He's got the best style. He's fucking dripping with it. Like
Yeah,
even when he's a corpse, he's got like a cool bathrobe going on, like a cool kilt
yeah,
sort of thing going on. Like, motherfucker, this might be like a 95.
I think so. He's got a cool sword,
He's genuinely cool. Like he's an
like
older man, but he looks fucking boss.
mhm.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
give him
what's his
95.
nickname?
Oh, Victor,
Fucking
Rector. Mm.
Rector. I don't know, I'm thinking something more along the lines of, like, Pimp Daddy or something.
A pimp named Victor.
Yeah.
Oh. Have you ever seen the Boondocks?
No, I haven't. I
Uh,
wanna watch it.
there's a character that's called a pimp called Slickback. And people go going, and there's a guy that goes going, so it's Slickback. He goes, no, it's a pimp called Slickback. You gotta give him his full title every time. A pimp called Slickback.
I quite like
Uh,
a pimp called Victor then.
yeah, let's go a pimp called Victor. Oh, he has a pimp as well.
'Cause he
He's
does.
dope.
Mate, does he not? Oh, no, Craven backhand slaps Selena at one point, but I think Victor also does when she's, like, running towards Michael, he pops out and slaps her.
He
Like
probably does, yeah. I have given you so much.
Oh, and he does, like wait, see that GIF I sent? Is that, like does he backhand that guy?
No, he punches him.
Oh, no, it's a punch, yeah.
His punches are awesome, right?
Still fucking stone cold, though.
Yeah, yeah. There's no emotion in his face. He just wrecks it with one punch. Oh my god. Oh, is he One Punch Man? One Punch. When's that season 3 coming out? I can't wait to see that.
I've got
Um,
no clue. I never watched 2.
two's pretty good.
Oh! Oh,
Hmm.
well, wait, once we get onto the what have you watched recently, I'll talk about it.
Yeah. Rage. Now, generally, he's very controlled, but he does have like instant peaks.
Oh, yeah, no, he gets mad.
They're
He
not
gets
for
mad.
long, but they're focused. I don't know. I don't know that he's 100 or anything, but he feels so controlled most of the time, like a
Yeah, but
60.
it's a controlled rage, I think.
Yeah,
So I
no,
think it
sure.
still counts as, like
That's what I'm saying, like a
he doesn't
60,
lose
because
his
I'm not sure.
shit, yeah.
I don't think he peaks to an 80 or anything.
Oh, no, I think 60's, totally good.
Yeah, that feels right. Fighting. I mean, he wins all these fights. The only reason he dies
Yeah.
in the end is because Celine does a fucking from the
Sneak
sky sort
attack.
of weird face cut.
Yeah.
He even dies dope.
Oh, he does, yeah.
It's the exact same death as Equilibrium, the old face slice.
It's also similar to the Resident Evil
Yeah,
laser
it
a
is.
little
Yeah,
bit.
I do
Um,
like a head sliced up and it comes apart slowly.
yeah.
Do you realise that these are all the original sort of ones for those things? These memes you see just now, were like the pulling the knife out and the apple sliding.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess they are. Um,
Um, but
I'm
his fighting's
feeling
ridiculous. He beats a super soldier bred or created to beat him, and he like
yeah. Oh,
tools him.
he dispatches them fairly swiftly.
He rips the head in half of the second most powerful werewolf.
Yeah,
Like when he comes
he
across
picks them up,
Ray's,
he chokes them,
yeah,
and he,
and
like,
they like
crushes it well, is it rips his head off with, like, one hand.
yeah, it's so dope.
Like, I'm honestly, I feel 100.
No, it can't be 100. I've seen the
How?
next movie.
Okay.
It can't be. We've got William and Marcus to go.
Can we give him like 95 then?
Yeah, we can absolutely give him 95. Yeah, 95. He's so fucking dope.
What did we give Celine for fighting? Was it like
Give her
80 or
80.
something? Right.
95 doesn't seem enough, but given the strictures of the 100%
Mm.
scale, and I've seen the next movie. Does William beat Victor? Does Marcus beat Victor if they were to fight? I don't know. I don't know. Right, game 95. I'm going to suggest that won't print this card out just yet, because we might circle back to him.
Okay.
That's how important I think Victor's fighting ability might be. We'll discuss this the next time we do Underworld.
Okay.
Incomprehensibility of motivation. Very straightforward. He doesn't want half-breeds or hybrids.
Yeah, he wants to kill lichens
No,
too.
he wants to pretend Celine's his daughter.
Yep.
He doesn't want hybrids, and he wants to kill werewolves. It's the
Yeah.
clearest motivations of the entire goddamn
Yeah,
thing.
that's 3 bullet points.
Yeah, and he sticks to them all. Zero.
Yeah.
He wants to drink people's blood. He's very clear. Gullibility. He falls for craving shit.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's
He's one of the few
even
people
when
that
he's
falls for
seen the
Craven's pish.
fragmented memories though.
Yeah,
So honestly,
that's
just on
pretty
the
gullible.
sheer fact it's Craven. It's like,
Yeah.
bro,
I mean, this card is going to be dope.
it's kind of fitting in a way.
I want to give him like a 70 for believing Craven. It's so
Yeah.
stupid to believe him.
Yeah. Or leaving him in charge as well.
It's so stupid, man.
Nah, Craven's the worst.
Oh, no. Michael's the worst. Craven's second worst. Alright, okay. Well, that's the deck of Underworld 1
Mhm.
done. And I think we did some good work here.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah,
Someone's got
I
to
think
put
some
the
shit
shift
like
in, get these questions answered.
Now, I didn't say it earlier. We just kind of did it. We didn't do Sharky's rant because there's not a lot to rant about in this movie. But we are going to do Sharky's fixes your movie, which I'm going to do
Mhm.
right now. Cut out the loves shit.
Absolutely.
I'm with you. It doesn't need to be there. It just confuses the entire issue. Cut out the love shit entirely.
It feels so forced too.
And I think cut out Craven's whole arc entirely, like the betrayal and shit. Like him working with the werewolves. I don't think that needs to be there. It can just be werewolves v vampires, and Craven can be
Yeah, yeah, because
competent.
Craven's not adding anything.
No, I don't think he is. He's incompetent. If he was just incompetent rather than actively betraying people, as it is, he's incompetent and betraying people. It's
Mhm.
muddies the
But you
water.
can't buy it. You can't
It could
can't
just
have
be
it both
stupid.
ways. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's it. I think that's Sarki's fixes your movie. Get rid of the love shit. Does not need to be there, and just get rid of the whole betrayal aspect. I don't think it needs it either.
Yeah.
I think it makes everyone's motivations a lot clearer and more understandable if he's just not, if he's just a useless prick rather than a duplicitous useless prick. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think he'd get away with it for 500 years.
No, because you can't buy that, man.
No.
You see it for as we're talking about. Let's say his movie's a max of 3 days, and
Yeah,
he's utterly useless.
useless.
So I don't believe it's been going off without a hitch for 500 years. You
No.
know?
Yeah. Get rid of the betrayal. He can just be a thick piece of shit, but a loyal thick piece of shit makes way more sense for this movie.
Mhm.
That's it. Starkey's fixed your movie. Enjoy it, bitch. Right, and we'll finish that up and we'll move on to our last part of the podcast, which is dynamic. What have you been watching, listening to, reading, what the fuck ever?
Eh,
It's loosey goosey. It's real loosey goosey.
well, yesterday I watched 3 episodes of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yes,
I watched episodes, I think it was like 3, 4, and 5.
they're good episodes.
Eh, Mate, I
I'm
don't
not
know.
saying this film. I'm not saying this show's fantastic. I'm saying of the episodes that are out, those are probably the best ones.
All right, really?
Yeah.
No, 'cause I don't know, man. It just feels like a cartoon, to be honest.
Well, here's the thing.
Uh,
I think they've uncooled Boba Fett significantly.
yeah,
I think Boba
yeah,
Fett was one of these things. He was so cool in the original Star Wars, and then you showed more and more of him in the Clone Wars and the prequels, and he became less cool. But you could
yeah,
still say, "Oh, that's not Boba Fett. That was Jango Fett, or that was a clone soldier." They're not technically Boba Fett. But then you do a TV show of him, and it's just like it just seems like a middle-aged dude who's not competent or
yeah. He does a lot of weird
stop taking your helmet
stuff.
off, man.
Yeah, but also even I got angry at the bit. See where he's going to the Sarlacc pit and he's flying his ship in.
Oh, stupid! Why are you that
I'm like,
close?
mate, yeah, what are you doing? Why did you not really not think it would grab you? And then the wife, Fennec, whatever her name is, drops the bomb in. I'm like, why didn't you do that in the first place?
The only thing that he gets away with that scene is because he does use one of those bombs that goes boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, but even dropping the bomb in, I'm like, isn't that the armor destroyed?
Yeah, but he said he's already scanned and the armor's not in there. It just seems incompetent. I'm a
Hmm.
big fan of a podcast called The Weekly Planet, who maintain that Boba Fett is like a Mr. Magoo style bumbler who got to the top of the bounty hunting trade by accident. Like he's constantly just stumbling around and shit's happening around him, and he somehow comes out on top.
Mm.
They've maintained that for years,
I quite like
and
that
this
take.
show is kind of making me think they're onto something.
Bro, he's gets by just on the fact he looks dope in that armor.
I think he looks less dope. I wish they hadn't repainted the armor.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking about like Empire armor.
Yeah, he looks so
That
dope. He
was
also looks
peak.
thin. I don't know how he gained weight in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah.
Like Tamura Morrison seems like a nice dude, and I'm glad he's getting some fucking work and whatever. But he's put on some weight. Like
Mhm.
he chunked out in the Sarlacc pit. I'm not you. You've got a dad bod. I'm not intimidated by you.
Mm.
Also, you're constantly getting your ass kicked. Oh, yeah, but episodes 4 and I can't remember which, but it's the Mando ones you watched, is it?
Yeah, I saw the Mando one
Yeah, the
where
Mando one's pretty dope.
yeah, I mean, it was alright, man. I like the big
See,
ring city. That
yeah,
looked
that was pretty
cool.
cool. The Halo City.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I never saw Mandalorian season 2, so I'm bit sort of lost. I got filled in
Pretty good.
roughly, but I know I was just watching it with my roommates, and the best part is just sort of taking the piss out of Star Wars whilst you're
Yeah.
watching it.
It's
To be
sad that's
honest,
what Star Wars has come to.
oh, it's totally come to that though.
It used to be so cool. Like
Mhm.
when you were a kid, when I was a kid, Star Wars was just so fucking cool. It was like the dopest shit you'd ever seen. Like
Yeah,
Darth Vader was so cool, and then he became a whiny bitch,
yeah.
an incompetent whiny bitch.
No, man,
The
it's what
dopeness
it
of
is.
Star Wars has taken a real hit over the last 20 years.
Yeah. No, it really has.
It's a goddamn shame. I loved those when I was a kid. I read hundreds of Star Wars books, which maintained the dopeness. Like they were fun adventure books.
Mm.
I only really lost my taste for them when they got to the Yuzang Vong.
Hmm. No, man, I mind watching the shit out of Star Wars as a kid.
But even the
Uh,
Yuzang Vong's got like the best ending ever. Like the Yuzang Vong are a
are
race.
these the plant people?
These are the yeah, let's call them plant people. The people that grow all their technology. It's all biotechnology. They come from They come from another galaxy, and it's sort of hinted at the idea that the whole reason the Emperor took over everything and built up the giant Imperial Navy is because he saw the Yuzang Vong coming and needed something to fight against them.
Mm.
Which obviously took a left turn, and he got fucking deposed before he could do it. But there's a sort of intimation of that in the books. And the Yuzang Vong are, I just didn't think they were very cool, but they die in the coolest way ever. So they come from another galaxy on a world they have world ships. They turn entire planets into like biological ships and
Oh,
then fly them across the universe.
that's kind of cool.
Oh, it's fucking dope. But the way that they die, you know, the Super Star Destroyer, you know, in Return of the Jedi, Vader's Star Destroyer is like 5 times bigger than everyone else's. The
Yes.
Executor.
Yeah.
Right. So the last sort of, not the very last, but the sort of the final battle with the Yuzang Vong, because this takes place over 50 books. But the last battle, Wedge Antilles, who's now like a general or an admiral, he
Right.
has a Superstar Destroyer, and he hollows it out. He like completely guts the entire Superstar Destroyer, so it's just the engines, and he builds a giant spike in the middle, and he fucking shanks the planet. And that's how they sort of eventually defeat the Yuzang Vong threat. He stabs the planet with a fucking Superstar Destroyer shiv.
That's
Pretty cool.
kind of fucking dope.
It's pretty dope, right?
Is it like a suicide mission?
I can't remember if he dies or not. I think he might. I
Hmm.
think he might actually, yeah. But isn't that just
That
like
sounds way better than like watching like
all the shit they did? Like,
yeah.
you see, if they'd done the sequels, right? We're of the opinion that the sequels are dog shit. The prequels are not good,
I,
but the sequels are worse.
oh, absolutely. I think I don't know. There is some enjoyment I think to be had out the prequels now, and it's all
It's
just
mainly
meme
Obi-Wan.
based. Oh, absolutely.
Prequel memes on Reddit is pretty great.
It's all just meme based.
Yeah.
Other than that, Ewan McGregor is pretty good in them, man.
Ewan McGregor's pretty good. Like, people say that Qui-Gon is good. I don't think he is. I think he's terrible.
Yeah, I don't know. Qui-Gon's like fine.
Yeah, I think he's fucking. I think he's bad. I think Liam Neeson's actively bad. I don't think Liam Neeson's ever been good in anything.
Eh, Schindler's List.
Yeah, but I don't think he's the best part of Schindler's List. I think Ben Kingsley is.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not saying he's the best part, but it's.
Like,
I think he
was it
does a
Ranulph?
decent performance.
Is it Ralph Fiennes?
Yeah, Ralph Fiennes is the
He's
Nazi.
fucking amazing in Schindler's List.
Mm-hmm.
Like, amazing. That scene where he gets up from bed, walks out, puts his braces on, and just starts shooting Jews in the camp.
Oh mate, it's
Jesus Christ!
fucking.
Like, I don't think that Liam Neeson's the best part of that movie. Although
No,
I'll
no, I'm
give you
not
that's
saying
his
that.
best movie.
Yeah.
But I don't rate him particularly highly in that movie. Anyway, this is all by the by. The sequels are bad, but the thing that irritates me is they just made shit up. Like, J.J. Abrams just created shit that there was not. Like, he made new stories, which is fine, but he didn't plan them out. So he handed it over to Rian Johnson, who went completely fucking 90 degrees to what
Insane.
he did.
Oh,
And
it
then
was.
J.J. Abrams had to, like, and there were so many good stories. You could have done Thrawn. You could have done Warlord Zinj. You could have done the Lucian Kaya and Izzard, who's like the head of the Emperor's SS secret police. You could have done her. She had a great story. You
Mm-hmm.
could have done fucking Yozang. You could have done Yozang Vong. There was potential for that to be dope. At one point, the Yozang Vong take over Coruscant. They go on a rescue mission and they find a Darth Vader clone that has lightsabers in his knees. Like, that story goes places. Not places I want to go, but you could have done that and it would have made more sense. You could have done Jedi Academy. You could have done 1,000 other things. You could have done Emperor's Hand. That would have been a great trilogy. Mara Jade, who eventually ends up being, I suppose that's Thrawn. Yeah, I suppose that's Thrawn. But there's tons of really good stories you could have done, and you went weird and
shit.
shit. You just remade the first Star Wars, and then
Actual mate, 7's just 4.
yeah, it is, but it's not as good as 4.
No.
and then you did a weird chase movie in space that doesn't make any god. Why don't the Empire just go a bit ahead of them? They've still got hyperdrives.
Uh, let's not, man. It's actually too late.
It is too late. You've got work in
It's
the morning.
too late.
Yeah. Yeah, it just angers me, man.
It's insane. It's insane.
Anyway, Boba Fett has taken a severe hit to the dopeness, but I do like The Mandalorian. What else have you seen?
I don't think I've actually watched anything else. No, the other TV show I finished was a couple of weeks ago. That was Succession. That's
Yeah,
it.
right.
That's all I've watched.
I have watched several Warhammer things.
Uh-huh.
Angels of Death is Warhammer. Insanely, Warhammer is trying to bring out its own like TV studio, like a Disney Plus, but with just
Yeah,
Warhammer shit.
yeah,
It's
I've heard of
insane.
this.
It's You're out your fucking mind, Warhammer. I respect your gusto, but you're out of your goddamn mind. So I watched Angels of Death, and I watched Bolter, Hammer and Bolter, and a couple of other things. And Angels of Death is watchable. Nothing
Right.
else is. And the only reason Angels of Death is vaguely watchable is because I'm kind of on the fringes of wanting to know about Warhammer.
Mm-hmm.
But every time I try and get into it, it's so fucking indecipherable and complicated, and has so much written about it. Like, there are fucking thousands of Warhammer books.
Yeah.
It's like incredible, and they've got
No,
story arcs that take place over like 100 books.
is it not like the biggest lore
It's
that
ridiculous,
any
man.
like fictional thing has?
Yeah, sure, but it's incomprehensible. Like, you start going on it, and then you find out about the Primarchs, and then you find out about the God Emperor, who's been dead for like 10,000 years, but sits on a throne of blood, on a throne of gold, dead but still keeping the warp. Like, and 1,000 psychics are murdered to keep his soul alive every day. It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
It's insane, and then you get into the warp and the fucking demons and the Slanesh. I can't dive into it, but I would like to kind of be into it. It sounds super. I like grimdark. It's a great phrase. It sounds super grimdark, and I'd be into it. But it's absolutely impossible. Especially I have dick all interest in playing the game. The game seems
Mm.
frankly shit. I have no interest in measuring shit out with a ruler, or fucking rolling 400 dice to see how many shots my orc gets to take at your fucking space marine. That sounds dog shit awful. But
I
I
do
am
not blame
interested
you.
in the world. So I watched a
Yeah,
couple
no,
of
it's
them.
cool. It's cool, like.
Angels of Death is watchable. Nothing
Mhm.
else is. Um, what else have I been watching recently? I'm just scanning through my stuff to see what else. I watched some Frankie Boyle's New World Order. Still good.
I never
Um,
watched much of that.
it's just more Frankie Boyle. I like Frankie Boyle.
Yeah.
It's just a dour Scottish arsehole, and I mean,
Mhm.
it's very much my brand. Um, I tried watching a couple other stuff. I watched Masters of the Universe Revelation, which is the Kevin Smith and Masters of the Universe cartoon that came out 6 months ago or a year ago.
Alright.
It's it's not good, but I watched it. It's pretty bad actually.
Wait, it's
Uh,
weird. I looked it up. It's got, uh, 5.2 on IMDb, but 92% on Rotten Tomatoes.
but no, that just means that anything over 50% is a positive on Rotten Tomatoes. Like Rotten Tomatoes doesn't scale the same way as IMDb does. That just means that 92% of people didn't hate it, not that they thought it was a 92% show.
Oh, is that how Rotten Tomatoes works?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. No, you're right. But that's the so critics seem to at least be giving it positive reviews then. But,
it
the audience score is 41%.
yeah.
It was so
Uh,
bad. They killed Panther from oops, sorry, spoilers.
yeah, I've seen it. Doesn't matter to me
Alright.
now.
No, I'm talking about any listeners though.
Ah, yeah. I watched The Owl House, which is kind of like Gravity Falls. Pretty good. I very much enjoyed it. Also a little bit like Disenchanted. It's pretty good. I probably watched other shit as well. I've been watching Peacemaker. I really like Peacemaker.
Oh, I saw a clip of that actually.
John Cena's real good, and it's filthy and dirty, and like gruesome, and makes no goddamn sense, and it's wacky, and it feels just on brand for a James Gunn like thing, and it's kind of
Did
great.
he like make it?
Yeah, he's
Oh
the
yeah, he did make
director.
it.
He's the director of all it, and
Ah.
John Cena is like pretty good. He's like funny and likable, and he redeems himself a lot from the Suicide Squad, which is incredible because he finishes that movie as a super cunt.
Oh yeah, yeah. And this is all before that though.
No, this is after.
Oh, how did they explain him coming back then? I thought he died.
No, he survives it. At the end of that movie, they show him in hospital. He's been like crushed and he's got a shot in the neck, but he's alive.
Oh, I can't remember that bit.
And this is him. He heals in hospital and he gets out, and this is it after it.
Ah, I see.
I recommend it. I really like Peacemaker. It's fucking weird. I'm quite into it, and that's it. That's pretty much everything I've watched. I also watched weirdly the first Suicide Squad for some goddamn reason. I couldn't explain why.
Yeah, no, it's
I can't tell you why. Oh,
yeah, that's an odd one.
I also watched Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2.
Fair play.
Here's the thing. Have you seen Crocodile Dundee 1 and 2?
I'd seen one years ago.
Right. What would you say the tone of Crocodile Dundee is?
Sorry, yawning. Is it not a comedy?
A fun, light-hearted family comedy.
Yeah.
A fish out of water.
Mhm.
Do you want to know what the tone of Crocodile Dundee 2 is?
What?
Rapey murder.
Oh my god.
Like,
What?
I don't think I'd realise until I watched them back to back what a sudden and unbelievable change of tone there is in those two goddamn movies. So in the first movie, like, there's nothing bad that happens in Australia. She goes to Australia, she meets him, they go on a walkabout to see what happened to his crocodile survival story. They come back. There's like a moment of excitement with a crocodile grabbing her canteen, but that's it.
Mm-hmm.
They go back to New York, and he punches a couple of people that he shouldn't, and he gets almost beaten up by a pimp because this pimp's like swearing at ladies, and he doesn't think he should be. And that's kind of it. That's kind of the first. And then she tells him that she loves him, and that's it. It's a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the first movie. And the second movie starts off with a drug cartel gunning down a reporter.
Holy shit. Fucking
The
hell.
reporter has sent photos to his ex-wife, who happens to be Sue, Crocodile Dundee's reporter missus.
Mm-hmm.
So the cartel, knowing that the photos are on the way to Sue, kidnap Sue, then hold her at gunpoint to make Crocodile Dundee bring the photos. Mick Dundee, I keep saying Crocodile Dundee. Mick Dundee to bring the photos to them because the DEA are watching the flat. Then they try to assassinate Mick Dundee on like 4 occasions. He eventually recruits a gang of the most pathetic New York street toughs. Like, you got the coolest gang in New York. And this is there was like real gangs. And these guys are like punks and hanging out and going, I'm a real wild child. And it's like, oh, it's pathetic, man. But he recruits them to create a distraction while he goes into the cartel's mansion and takes his and rescues Sue. Then they go to Australia because the DEA can't protect them and people keep trying to assassinate Sue. They go to Australia, the cartel follows them. The cartel keeps trying to murder him for like the next hour. And he slowly psychologically tortures them by kidnapping and like making the cartel members seem like they're dying or getting eaten by crocodiles or getting abducted by ghosts as he psychologically tortures them
Holy shit,
for
man.
the next hour. And then the end of the movie is the cartel set fire to a field that he's in to try and burn him to death. or when he like runs out the field, they want to shoot him down with automatic weapons, but various shit's happened, and the two cartel guys get shot to death, and one of them gets shot to death and then thrown or falls off a cliff and smashes on the rocks below in a bloody pulp. The tone change from 1 to 2 is severe.
I mean,
like, it's good. I think 2 is a better movie, but fuck me, the tone change from 1 to 2 is kind of incredible. Like, I suggest you watch both of them. First of all, we might be able to make a deck out of this.
alright, okay.
There's a third one as well I've never seen, but I think that's like 10 years later and he's got a kid and he lives in suburbia kind of bullshit.
Like, actually just trash.
Just trash. But I think we could make a deck out of 1 and 2.
Oh,
I think
okay.
there's probably
There's
30
potential.
cards. Yeah, I think possibly there is. Because there's easily a dozen sort of cartel members that we could get in the second movie, and there's probably another half dozen DEA agents and reporters, and there's
We could do
probably
that.
enough people. But we could absolutely do Crocodile Dundee. But I'd like you to watch them just to see the tone shift. There's no indication it's going to be a radically different kind of movie. But it goes from like this happy family movie to Saw. And nobody like remembers that because they haven't watched it in 20 years. And then you watch it and you go, Jesus fucking Christ. There's like torture.
Fucking Jesus.
There's like threats of cannibalism.
What
It's
the
a joke.
fuck?
Yeah, man.
This sounds kind of wild.
It's pretty good. Like, I'd like you to watch both of them just because you watch the first one, you go, nah, it's alright. And then you watch the second one, go, what the fuck? Like, it's all about cocaine. And the second one, there's a ton of coke in the second one.
Oh my god.
It's real good. I don't know if the movie's good, but the tone change is great.
That might be worth watching just for that.
Yeah, I think maybe. Right, we'll wrap this shit up then.
Cool.
Thank you, Dynamic, for joining me.
Pleasure as always.
I think we did some good work here.
Yeah, I think we definitely did some good work.
I'm kind of into doing Crocodile Dundee for the next one. And I suggest that if we do that, we just do 1 and 2 together.
Oh, yeah, that probably makes sense.
I don't think there's enough to talk about in either one. There's a lot to talk about in the second one. But I think we could cram both of them together and just get one podcast out of it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Can I suggest that we do that?
Yes.
Fucking great. Crocodile Dundee. Oh, I'm gonna rewatch them and make notes. I'm into it.
Yeah, I'll get them watched soon.
Alright. Now, as I say, thank you very much for joining me, Dynamic. I'm Sarky, and we're gonna say goodbye. I'll see you later. Bye.
See you guys.